Dino basketball on 95.3 The Peak. Welcome to the Carbon Dino pregame show on KRPX 95.3 The Peak. Brought to you by Landon's Diesel Service. Leave your truck in the hands of those who know diesel engines. Landon's Diesel Service at 540 South 300 West in Price. And now for tonight's play-by-play, let's join Sonny Buscarini.
Welcome to Carbon Dino basketball here on 95.3 The Peak. This is where the Dinos play tonight. The Carbon Dinos are at home, region play to battle the Emery Spartans. Last night we were at Emery High School where the Lady Dinos fell short to the Lady Spartans. Now the Carbon Dino boys are at home tonight for game number 2 out of a 4-game run here at home against all region teams. And taking a look at Region 13, and Aiden will join us here in the Sutherland's broadcast booth here in a second. But taking a look at Region 13, right now it's been interesting. Union leads with a 3-0 record, and they play Manti tonight, so that's a huge game. Here, Carbon Dinos sit 1-2. You got the Emery Spartans 2-1. They sit 2-1 with wins over Manti and North St. Pete. So they have the 2 wins, and then they lost to Union at home. Union beat the Carbon Dinos as well, and the Carbon Dinos with the loss here at home against Manti in their last region game, and the loss to Union, they sit 1-2. And then we have North St. Pete 0-4. So you have Union 3-0, Emery 2-1, Manti 2-1, Carbon 1-2, North St. Pete 0-4. That's how we sit. That's why these games tonight are so important for both of these teams. And joining me now, it's Aiden Mortensen. And Aiden, huge game tonight. Let's take a look at Emery first as they sit 2-1. A win here tonight puts them 3-1. Union playing Manti tonight. So if Manti can knock off Union, Emery would be tied with 3-1. Now, if they come away with a win, they'll still only be 1 game down. They lose tonight here at Carbon, and Union wins. They're 2 games behind. That's why it's such a huge game for Emery.
Yeah, lots of swing for the Emery Spartans because this isn't just a regular game for Union. This is their longest road trip of the season as they have to make all the way to Manti to face off against the Templars. That's a pretty substantial bus ride for the Cougars, and we saw it live and in color last Friday. That's a team who knows how to play defense, especially along the perimeter. They're going to make it a hard time for the three-point shooting ability of Union to really get off the ground. That's a game we'll be monitoring as it goes on in progress. But tonight, for the Dinos and the Spartans, both teams have a chance to control their destiny still in region. Emery even more so if they come away with a win, but the Dinos can put themselves back in prime position if they can defeat Emery tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they win tonight, they go to 2-2 in the region. Depending on what Union does, if Union loses tonight, they're only 1 game out. If Union wins tonight, they're 2 games out. If the Dinos win, it's important that they win tonight, because we said, they have 4 region games in a row. They got to take care of those 4 games. But they lost a heartbreaker to Manti. That was their last game they played here at Carbon High School. So now tonight, playing Emery, it's really important that they win this game tonight. It's important for the region, but it's also important in the RPI rankings, because if you look at the RPI, Emery's number 4. So if Dinos could come away with a win tonight, they're sitting number 12. They would move up. So it's a huge game all the way around. Plus, it's a rivalry game. It's just triple huge game tonight here for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, and as you're preparing to enter into region round 2, with this being the final game of our first go-around, you need to take care of home court. You got 3 more chances to do it starting tonight. You need to make sure that happens. And Carbon had that game all but done. They had everything sealed. 2 seconds left on the clock, but an errant inbound pass stolen away by Manti, forced overtime, and then they just took care of business. And that's a team who as of late has been built for those late game situations. We've seen them win overtimes against Carbon, a 4 overtime thriller against North St. Pete. They're going to make it close no matter who they play, but they're going to find ways to come away with that victory. So if Carbon wants to have a chance tonight, they need to go in and they need to leave no doubt about it. Assert yourself early and often. This is your house. You need to take care of it.
I think any team can beat any team in this region any night, because if you look at Union, they had a 10-point win against North St. Pete. They beat Emery, I believe it was by 5, and Union went off from the 3-point line, and that also was a big key against the Dinos. They went off at the 3-point line as well, and it was a 9-point loss for the Dinos up at Union. So everybody's right there. This region is still wide open, but tonight's games for the 4 teams playing in region tonight, North St. Pete sitting out tonight, but the 2 games tonight, just huge for the region standings, and it'll also pay off in the RPI rankings, because like we said, once again, you have Emery 4th, but you have Manti, Carbon, and North St. Pete 11, 12, and 13. Every game, it matters for those teams jockeying around in their position. And then you have Union sitting 6th. So huge games tonight in the region.
You know, lots of implications as we prepare for Region Round 2. Got to come in. You got to take care of business. The Spartans going to be treating this one like a business trip. The Dinos looking to protect their home court. Going to come down in the end, Sonny, I think, to who wants it more, because you can take this rivalry game and you can take the idea of a home court advantage and throw it out the window. Normally, you have the travel behind it, especially at the high school level. You have the intensity of the home fans. But here, with it being only a 30-minute drive from Emery High and Castledale, it's going to be packed with fans from both sides. We see the mighty Emery student section starting to fill up, and we see the Dinos really starting to pack the stands already. The band's up and playing. It was hard to find a parking spot when he got here for the freshman game. I can't imagine what it's like out there now. But so the atmosphere here is going to be incredible. It's the closest you're going to get to a state championship game without being in a state championship game.
Emery sits 11-7 overall, 2-1 in region play, ranked number 4. The Dinos 6-11 overall, 1-2 in region play, ranked number 12. It's going to be a good one tonight here at Carbon High School. It's the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans, region 13 play. Let's look a little bit here at Emery High School. We'll take a look at the leading scorers for Emery. Porter Citrid, 21.2 points per game for the senior guard.
Yeah, he's top 10 in the 3A classification in the scoring category, and he can score inside, he can score outside. There are times, son, he dribbles down the floor, he'll call his spot, and he'll drain it from beyond NBA range. He's a lethal shooter, and we've seen it before. The Dinos have struggled against players with that archetype.
Number 0, Breck Griffin, the sophomore forward, averaging 14.2 points per game.
Yeah, the sophomore sensation, Sonny. He came in as a freshman on the varsity level and really had himself an excellent first-year campaign. Now, improving greatly in almost all aspects of the game. Brett Griffin is one of the most athletic players you're going to ever see. The kid's got some bounce. He also leads the team in rebounds, Sonny, with 7.2 a night.
Junior guard A.J. Thomas, where's number 22, 8.5 points per game.
Now, AJ is going to be probably the most true point guard you're going to find on this squad. He's very crafty. He has these incredible dribble moves, letting him navigate in and out, weave and wind, finding his open teammates or driving to the basket for easy points. You got to keep an eye on AJ, because if he goes off, Sonny, you're going to have a lot more open options.
Maddox wears number 12, forward junior, averaging 6.6 points per game.
Yeah, Maddox Tanny, the kid's got some bounce. He's also going to be one of the rebounders for this squad. He's someone you got to keep an eye on, but there have been times, Sonny, where the mental side of things really catch up to him, and you see some mistakes that, just being aware of how the game is going at any given situation. We've seen situations where he's gone up, he's tried to throw down an alley-oop dunk despite being down 10, something that you really can't afford to do at times.
So you got a lot of people that can put the ball in the basket for the Emery Spartans. Take a look at the Carbon Dinos. They're the same situation. They have 4 players averaging double digits per game.
Yeah, I'd argue that the Dinos are a little more balanced when it comes to the scoring department. They do an excellent job in distributing the ball, especially when they can get that fast break offense up and rolling. You got to look first to the likes of Carter Warburton against Manti. We saw him break away for a nice 11-0 run individually. He put put them back into the game against the Templars. We loved what we saw from Carter, and if he can replicate that performance tonight, he's going to be someone we definitely are going to be singing the praises of.
Yeah, you got Carter Warburton averaging 13.2 points per game, the senior wearing number 10. He's having a great season. And then, as you said, you have Kyler Orr, 10.6 points per game, the senior forward having a great year as well.
Yeah, he has all of those seniors on this squad have been playing spectacularly. Kyler Orth at that 10.6 points per game. You look at Logan Bennett at 11.2. But the real glue of this team, especially on the defensive side of things, the man who can swing the momentum with a swing of his arm, Ty Mortensen, 10.1 points per game. He has been electric on offense as of late, really starting to get back into his groove. He also has an incredible paint presence on the defensive side, 8.2 rebounds and 3 blocks a night coming for the young man, and a few throwdown jams that I know those Emery players have been looking. They've been sharing around in their group chat, Sonny. They're going to be on the lookout. They're trying to not allow Ty any lane to throw one down.
Yeah, Ty averaging 10.1 points per game. As you said, the senior center, I mean, he's everywhere on the defensive side, blocking, plays great in the paint. He's been such a force for the Dinos this year.
Yeah, and something that you're going to have to note with Emery, they play typically smaller bigs. You look at the heights of some of these players as compared to what Ty stands at. They just don't quite have the same reach as he does. So they're going to have to get crafty, because if you try and take Ty out straight on, he's going to send that shot flying right back in your face almost immediately.
You have a couple of guys coming off the bench averaging 5 points per game. Cash Withers, 5.7, the senior guard. He's been huge for the Dinos as well.
Yeah, he has played a major role for him coming off the bench. We've seen him catch fire, and when he gets going, Sonny, my goodness, does he rain it down. You can't let him get an open shot if you're Emery, because he's going to make you pay almost every time.
Then you have Jackson Bozzoni averaging 5.5 points per game, the junior guard. He really controls the offense when he's on the floor.
He is. He's the spark plug off the bench. He comes in when things may feel a little down for the Dinos, and he has some electric plays, namely when he can find a lane to the basket. He likes to drive along that left side, and he has that little fancy redirection move, bounces himself out in midair, and goes up for the easy scoop and score. He's one of my favorite players to watch just because of the energy he brings.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and have the starting five for both teams. It'll be about time for tip-off. Here at Carbon High School, it's the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans on a Wednesday night here at Carbon High School.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
At A Perfect Smile, they specialize in transforming your smile with precision and care. From porcelain veneers and dental implants to orthodontics, crowns, and bridges, their expertise covers every aspect of general and cosmetic dentistry. Dr. Jackson and his team are here to address even the most challenging dental concerns, helping you achieve a smile you'll love. Ready for a smile makeover? Call A Perfect Smile today, 637-2100, to schedule an appointment.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
At Castle Country Vet, they believe every pet deserves a touch of love and expert care. You can trust Dr. Harmer and Dr. Kelly. They're not just veterinarians, but passionate pet lovers, dedicated to nurturing your furry friends like family. From routine checkups to emergency interventions, you and your pet will experience compassionate, professional care every step of the way. Let Castle Country Vet help your pets lead the happiest, healthiest lives. Call Castle Country Vet today, 637-5797, because love is a four-legged word.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back. Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Carbon Dino Basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Also on the KSL app, and you can also watch us on YouTube. Explain to the listeners how they can watch and listen to our broadcast on YouTube.
Yeah, it's very easy to find, Sonny. All you got to do is go to that very famous YouTube app, look into that search bar, and type in Castle Country Radio Carbon. You're going to be given live access to tonight's game. And not just that, you're going to get access to yesterday's game on the girls' side as well as every other Dino athletic event throughout the season. It's a great way to keep up with Carbon on your own pace, and it's all powered, Sonny, by Castle Country Radio.
We're ready to go here. We'll take a look at the RPI rankings. Starting from number 16, Ben Lowman, 16. Providence Hall, 15. Logan, 14. North St. Pete, the first team in our region, sitting 13. Then you have Carbon, 12. And Manti, 11. You know, we talked about it when we first came on the air, how important each game is, because you have three teams in our region, 11, 12, and 13. Every single game is huge in the region. As we said, North St. Pete not playing a region game tonight, but you have Manti and Union playing tonight. It's a huge game, and we'll keep you updated on that game throughout the night, but it's huge as well.
Yeah, the only spots in this bottom one we've seen reshuffle, because they've stayed pretty consistent, 16 to 14. The ones we've seen shuffle have been that 11, 12, 13 between Manti, Carbon, and North St. Pete. We've seen all three teams in all three positions. So it's important for all of those teams to really take care of business, Carbon and Manti both tonight, as they look to try and bump themselves up into the top 10 and give themselves a bit of a more favorable matchup heading into postseason play.
Yeah, you got to win your home games. You have to. You really do. You have to win your home games. They're so important to take care of home court. Then we have 10. We have Juab, Grantsville 9, Canyon View 8, Ogden 7. And then Union 6. Union is right now on top of the region with a 3-0 record. They sit number 6 in the RPI.
Yeah, they continue to climb up. They had a bit of a rougher preseason stretch, but ever since then, they've really found their rhythm ever since entering region play. They've been a problem for every team that they've faced, and now they're playing the last team they haven't seen, and that's Manti at Manti. So going to be a good game between those two squads.
Delta sits 5. Emery, the highest-ranked team in our region, number 4.
And Emery's seen up and down. We've seen them as high as 3. 4 is typically about where we've seen them pan out following the first round of region. A win tonight could bump them back up over that 3 slot of American Heritage, a team which, by the way, Emery does hold a victory over head-to-head, but not the College Football Playoff Committee. They rely on the numbers here, so you got to trust those just a little bit more.
Yeah, because Union beat Emery, and Union number 6 right now, Emery number 4. So it'll all work itself out, hopefully. And they got American Heritage number 3, Richfield 2, and Morgan number 1. They're 14-2 overall. Morgan sits in the number 1 spot in the 3A.
Yeah, I wish I could say something or nitpick something about Morgan, but they've just been steamrolling teams all year, Sonny. They're a hard team to try and stop. They're looking for back-to-back state championships, and right now they put themselves in pretty good positioning to try and do that.
So the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans here at Carbon High School. It's going to be a good one tonight. It's a big game here for the Carbon Dinos. It's their second home game in a row. They fell short in their last home game against Manti, having 4 in a row. They play each region team back-to-back. And Manti came in the other night. Manti 2-1 in region play. Both of their wins, overtime wins. They beat North St. Pete in 4 overtimes, and they beat the Dinos here at Carbon in overtime. So Manti's had a couple of thrillers.
That they have, Sonny. They love to win those close games. All but 2 of their games since the Christmas time break have been decided by single digits. The only exceptions have been their loss to Emery and their win over North St. Pete in region. Everything else, though, has gone to single digits. So a tough team to try and beat. And as you look at region round 2, Sonny, for the Dinos, you feel very confident taking on some of these teams for round 2 at your home place. You feel a lot better facing Union here at Jurassic Park than you do on the road, because that's a gauntlet of a bus ride and just a tough environment to play, and those fans show out. Then you have North St. Pete. You beat them on the road. You have a chance to take care of business at home, go for the season sweep. Then you're back on the road again for a showdown with Manti. That's a little sketchy because you and I have seen it firsthand. So the surrounding arena they have all 4 sides converge around the court, create some pretty intense atmospheres for the Templars. That's always a tough place to go in and try and come away with a victory. And then, of course, you got rivalry round 2 against Emery over at the Spartan Center next go around. That one, no real home court advantage like we talked about earlier.
Yeah, every game in the region is going to be fun. Emery holds a 6-game winning streak over the Dinos dating back to 2023. See if the Dinos can break that streak tonight here at home.
Yeah, no, that was the last time they were able to find a win, but good things happen when Carbon wins game number 1 of these series. They came away with a sweep in that 2022 season. They defeated Emery 49-48 and then 56-49. So close games all around, but Carbon came away with it. So they're trying to recapture some of that magic, and I can't think of a better place to do it tonight.
Let's talk a little bit about USU Eastern tomorrow real quickly, as USU Eastern is back home, and the Lady Eagles are 5-0 in Scenic West Athletic Conference play. And they went to Idaho, and they won their last 2 games up there. And when you do that, you're playing good basketball. They are 5-0. They will be home tomorrow night. We'll have that game for you on KOAL, our sister station. You and me will be there for that. Looking forward to that game tomorrow as snow comes to town.
Yeah, and of course you got to mention the local tie in that game as well. Not only Cole Cripps, former Carbon High School basketball player, but you have another CHS alum in the women's coach. Chelsea Warburton was a star here for Carbon many years ago, and now she's continuing her basketball dominance in the Castle Country.
So that will be tomorrow. The first game will be at 5, and then the men will follow at 7. Snow on the men's side. Snow's just playing fantastic this year. So if you come out tomorrow night to the BDAC, you're going to see some good basketball there as well. Snow is a very good basketball team.
Yeah, I highly recommend checking it out. Ranked number 3 in the nation, Sunday. Their lone loss coming in Scenic West play to the College of Southern Idaho. So going to be a barn burner.
So that will be tomorrow. So we got a lot of basketball going on in the area, but let's concentrate on tonight here at Carbon High School. It's the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans here at Carbon High School. The place is packed. The band is playing. It is an incredible atmosphere tonight here at Carbon High School.
Yeah, if you're going to show up now, you're going to need to bring some camp chairs because it is standing room only. The bleachers packed to the brim. Those around the perimeter really starting to fill in. Going to be a fun showdown, Sonny. These 2 teams both hungry for a victory. It's going to, I think, in my honest opinion, Sonny, the team that's going to come away with the win is going to be the one that puts away the rivalry aspect of this game first and just plays their game of basketball, their style.
So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the starting lineups for both teams, and it'll be a time for tip-off. You are listening to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show right here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist, and here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. Let's take a look at the starting five. First for the Emery Spartans tonight. Forward sophomore wearing 0, Breck Griffin, averaging 14.2 points per game. The junior, Kenny Maddox, the forward wearing number 12, 6.6 points per game. Number 22, AJ Thomas, the junior guard. He wears number 22, averaging 8.5 points per game. And Garrett Conover, the number 23, the junior forward, averaging 4.9 points per game. And Porter Citrid, the senior guard, wearing number 2, averaging 21 points per game. That's the starting five for the Emery Spartans.
And that's the starting five we've seen all year, Sonny. They stayed very consistent with that. You're going to see some play off the bench from Miles Mortensen, Ben Johansson, and Logan Lesser. Those are going to be your main three off the bench. And a fun, interesting fact about this Emery roster, Sonny, every name on this is printed last name, first name, with the exception of A.J. Thomas, who is printed first to last. So he's a bit of a deviation there, but that sums up his play style as well. The kid is spectacular. He's different. That's why he does so well. He's unorthodox in his approach on the floor.
So once again, it'll be Griffin, Citrid, Canny, Thomas, and Conover. That's the five on the floor for the Emery Spartans. Tonight for the Carbon Dinos, we will have number 2, the senior forward, Kyler Orth, averaging 10.6 points per game.
And Kyler is needs to get going early. We've seen when he does, good things happen for the Dinos.
Caleb Sorensen, number 4, the senior guard, averaging 3.6 points per game.
Yeah, and Caleb, you and I have talked about it before. I love his style of play. He's scrappy. He's in your face. He's not afraid to run his mouth a little bit. I love how Caleb acts on the floor.
Number 10, Carter Warburton, averaging 13.2 points per game. We got Logan Bennett, number 24, the senior forward, 11.2 points per game. And number 34, the senior center, Ty Mortensen, averaging 10.1 points per game. That's the starters for both teams. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for basketball here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
Step inside the brand new designer home interior showroom on Main Street in Spanish Fork. Everything you need in one place. Hardwoods, LVP, carpet, cabinets, countertops, window coverings, furniture, rugs, and accessories. They carry all the major brands you know and trust. Plus, with professional designers on staff, you'll get the experts to bring your vision to life. Visit dhifloors.com today and request a quote. Designer Home Interiors, where design and style come together under one roof.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Why can't I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You see your friends with their new travel trailers, four-wheelers, and side-by-sides. They're living the dream, right? Well, it doesn't just have to be a dream. You can start living that same dream life today by starting your new career with GMS Mine Repair and Maintenance. GMS is hiring mechanics, electricians, fabricators, experienced and inexperienced miners. They offer high starting wages, benefits, a 401k, and vacation pay. Local jobs are available. Apply today. Email your resume to kbarker@gmsminerepair.com. The dream can be yours with GMS Mine Repair.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino basketball. You've listened to the Landon's Diesel Service pregame show. It's time for basketball as they're announcing the starting five. And once again, we'll go through them real quick. For the Emery Spartans night, it'll be Griffin, Citrid, Canny, Thomas, and Conover for the Emery Spartans. For the Carbon Dinos tonight, it'll be Orth, Sorensen, Warburton, Bennett, and Mortensen. That's the five on both teams tonight for the Carbon Dinos and the Emery Spartans. The Dinos wear their white uniforms, blue numbers. Emery comes out with the black uniforms, white numbers. It's going to be a great game. I'm excited. I can't wait for this game to start.
Neither can I, Sonny. I think the secret for Emery early on is they cannot try and belly their way down low. That's where they're going to run into a lot of problems with the long arms of Ty Mortensen. They're going to need to try and work it around the perimeter. That's where a lot of damage has been done. That's how Manti did it. That's how Union did it. North Stampede found a lot of their good looks from the outside. So you want to keep it swinging around there, but you can't be afraid to try and challenge Ty. But just know if you do, it's going to be tough. It's going to be a tall task for Maddox Tanny and Garrett Conover to try and get through Ty, but they do have the advantage of being taller than every other player on the Dinos roster. Ty is the anomaly in that sense, where he has the height and he can block almost everyone's shot, but outside of him, they don't have any real true centers to throw on the floor. You got some tall players, but no one who can protect the paint quite like Ty.
So the starting five announced for Emery. The starting five now being announced for the Carbon Dinos. It's a packed house. It's standing room only. Everybody's around the top. There is no place to sit. It's loud in here. It's going to be a great game tonight. It's Carbon and it's Emery. The Dinos will go from right to left on your radio dial to start the game. Once again here on 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. You can watch us on the KSL app and on YouTube, and we're about ready for the start of tonight's game. Anything else before we get started tonight? Aiden, the Dinos early in this game have to do what?
They got to get out of the rivalry mentality. They got to play their style of basketball. As soon as you get past all the theatrics, all the extra fireworks that this game brings, then the sooner you're going to be able to play your style of basketball, the flow that you are used to getting on the floor, and you're going to be able to accomplish a lot of great things if you can get into that mindset.
Mortensen will jump for the Carbon Dinos. He'll jump against Conover, ready to go. Referee says let's play ball, and we are underway. The tip controlled by the Emery Spartans, and we're underway. Here we go. Citrid with the ball on the right side, picked up by Sorensen. On the right side, dribbles into the paint, finds a gap, lays it up off the glass and in.
He showed no fear, charging down Ty, caught him a little off guard. Early basket for Porter Citrid.
Sorensen with the ball, swings it over the right side to Bennett, back to Sorensen between the circles, back to Bennett on the right side. They play catch, three-point line, Sorensen for three, no good. Rebound comes down to Warburton. Offensive board for the Dinos. Bounce pass goes to Orth in the paint, shot up, partially blocked, and it comes down to Emery. Fast break the other way. Griffin with the ball, all the way to the basket, lay it up and in. Two easy baskets for Emery. Point-blank shots, and they lead 4-0. Bennett with the ball on the left wing. Gives it down to Mortensen. Turnover for the Dinos. Whistle, and then they give it right back to him with a carry. So we have a turnover on the pass by the Dinos. We have a carry by Emery, and the Dinos will have the ball underneath their own basket. 7:08 left to play first quarter. 4-0 Emery.
Well, that's a lucky break for Carbon, Sonny. Emery has excelled in the fast break through those first two possessions, getting easy points.
Bennett into Warburton. Three-point shot from the baseline right. No good short. The rebound comes down to Thomas. Thomas ahead. Here's a three-point shot from the left wing, up and no good by Conover. Here come the Dinos the other way. Warburton with the ball down low. It goes to Bennett on the low block. Triple teamed. Finds the open man, but overshoots him. Sorensen. He was open on the baseline left, but overshot him on the pass, and turnover number 2 for the Dinos. 6:46 left to play first quarter. It's a 4-0 Spartan lead.
Well, Sonny, I always decry the 2-3 zone, but tonight Carbon's playing right into how Emery wants them to. They're getting into that short corner, getting trapped, but a steal by Sorensen.
Fast break the other way. Sorensen lays it up and in. First points of the ball game for the Dinos come from Sorensen on the turnover. 4-2.
Much needed basket and a great job by Sorensen.
Citrid takes it all the way. Nice little shovel pass underneath. Canny with the easy two. His first basket of the ball game. 6-2. 6:17 left to play first quarter.
And that's exactly how you need to attack the Dinos down low.
Bennett for three. Baseline right. In and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Emery. Fast break the other way. Goes off the head of Thomas, but he gets it back out of bounds. And a turnover for Emery, number 3. 3 for Emery, 3 for Emery, 2 for Carbon. On the turnover side, 6:02 and running left to play first quarter, 6-2 Emery.
And Emery's shown how you need to attack the Dinos defense. You need to get Ty up in the air, and then you have an easy slide behind the back pass that you can open along the backside.
Sorensen down underneath, it goes to Mortensen. Good defense, kicks it outside, 3-point shot, Warburton, no good. And the rebound comes down to Griffin. He'll bring it up the floor himself. Pass ahead, goes out of bounds. Turnover number 4. Both teams a little sloppy here early as the clock continues to run. Now they fix it back up to 5:41. So it's a 6-2 lead for Emery and a timeout, Carbon.
Yeah, you need to settle the seas a little bit, get some things settled out, worked out in the huddle. Bozzoni checking into the contest now. We talked about it. He can provide a lot of energy off the bench, especially when it feels like the Dinos are lacking early on. But like I was mentioning, Emery has attacked the paint very efficiently so far against the Dinos. Citrid drives in, and he gets the one-on-one he wants against Ty Mortensen. Gets Mortensen up and off his feet, and he has an easy bounce pass down low to Maddox Tanny or Garrett Conover of his choosing. And they can go in for the easy up and in because Ty can't, as good at defense as he is, Sonny, he can't be two places at once.
Griffin, Citrid, Tanny all with 2 points for the Emery Spartans. Sorensen with the basket for the Dinos. Bozzoni into the ball game for the first time. Swings it over left side. It goes to Bennett. Bennett, 3-point line, back to Bozzoni. Now he'll take it right side, picks up his dribble, hands it off to Warburton. Warburton dribbles to the free throw line. They play catch now behind the 3-point line. This is Bozzoni. Gives it to Orth on the right wing. Mortensen down to Bennett. Shot from 10, no good. Rebound comes down to Griffin. He'll bring it up the floor himself once again down the right side. Finds a gap behind the back dribble. Kicks it outside. Good defense. Here's a 3-point shot. Air ball. Saved by Emery, and they'll control it. Shot clock says 20. Drive inside. Another 3-point ball. This one's short off the front of the rim. No good by Thomas. Rebound. Carbon, a whistle, and a foul. Before we get to half court, the first foul of the ball game. is on the Emery Spartans with 4:50 left to play, and they lead 6-2. That foul is on Conover, his first.
And you can see why Griffin leads this team in rebounds with 7.2 a night. He has a sort of reckless abandon. He's willing to throw himself every which way to try and get that board and get it back into his teammates.
Bizzoni with the ball, gives it over to Bennett. Bennett back to Bizzoni. They play catch. 3-point shot. Bizzoni good. Just left between the circles, the 3 points for Bizzoni. And it's a 6-5 Emery lead.
Just what Carbon needed. They needed a big three, and Bizzoni delivers.
Strong move to the basket and a blocking foul. Going strong to the basket was Griffin. Blocking foul on the Dinos. It will be on Bennett. His first, team foul number 1. 4:22 left to play first quarter. Emery up 6-5.
And Bennett walks a little gingerly after absorbing the hit from Griffin. He has a lot of athleticism, driving down the floor, lots of speed, and he's not afraid to drop that shoulder into you. And if you're not set, son, you're going to be the one who's penalized for it.
He's not afraid to take the hit. That's for sure. And the first free throw is up and no good for Griffin. One more to come. 4:22 left to play. 6-5 Emery lead.
Griffith and Withers checking into the contest for the Dinos. To the bench heads Warburton and North.
Second free throw. No good. Rebound comes down to Bennett. Empty possession for Emery. 6-5 Dinos with the basketball. Bennett down low. It goes to Mortensen. He's about 8 feet from the basket. Puts up the shot and in. They need him to do that. Nice play by Ty. And the Dinos lead for the first time 7-6. Spin move in the paint. Citrid. And he traveled in turnover number 5 for Emery.
And that's what Withers does so well. He gets in your way, clogs up the lane, and when you least expect it, he snatches that ball up, forces the jumper, gets a turnover from you. After that hot start from the Spartans, the Dinos have battled their way back in. You got to give a lot of credit to Logan Bennett for getting the rebounds to set up these possessions.
Logan Lester checks in for Emery. 7-6 Dinos with the lead, 3:52 left first quarter. Griffith gives the ball to Bennett. Baseline right. Back it goes to Griffith. Back to Bennett. Bennett moves into the paint. Kicks it outside. Back down to Bennett. Point blank shot. Can't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to Tanny. Nice rebound. He'll bring it up the floor. Now he hands it off to Lester. Lester drives inside. Shot blocked by Mortensen. And we come the other way. Ahead to Griffith. Lay it up off the glass. Won't go. Followed by Mortensen. Won't go. We come back the other way. Fast pace. Layup good.
And nearly back-to-back blocks coming for Ty, but that one able to elevate was Logan Lester. Gets it just above the fingertips of Ty. Retakes the lead for the Spartans, 8-7.
Logan has 2. 3 minutes left to play first quarter. Bounce pass to Griffith. Back outside it goes to Bennett. Bennett to Mortensen. Mortensen throws it away. Turnover number 4 for the Carbon Dinos. Fast break the other way. Dinos get back. Doesn't matter. Griffin lays it up and in. 2 easy baskets for him tonight. 10-7. Dinos back the other way. Griffith from 10. No good. Rebound Emery. Nobody underneath the rebound for the Dinos. It's a 1-and-out possession. Citrid takes it strong to the basket. Lays it up and in off the glass. 12-7 Emery.
Emery's making a living in the paint right now. Carbon still searching for an answer. They had the empathetic block by Ty, but since then, they've had whatever they wanted.
Bizzoni in the paint. 10-foot runner. No good. Rebound comes down to Tanny. Gives it off to Griffin. Goes to the free throw line. Turnaround shot from 15. No good off the back of the iron. Rebound Bennett. 2 minutes left to play. Emery by 5. Bennett with the ball. Swings it over to the left side. Here's a 3-point shot to air ball by Withers. Offensive rebound, and Mortensen puts it up and in.
And Ty in the right place at the right time. Snags the board. Goes up. Lays it strong off the glass.
Mortensen has 4. 12-9 the score. Emery up 3. They have the ball. Shot from the free throw line. Bounces around. Won't go. By Tanny and out of bounds off Emery. Dino basketball. Checking into the ball game will be Warburton and Orth. Mortensen comes out and Bennett comes out for the Carbon Dinos. Down 3 with a minute 44 left to play in the first quarter. Both teams with 1 foul. Fouls in this quarter are not going to be an issue.
And on the Spartan side, checking in, Miles Mortensen for Emery. The other one Mortensen comes out, another comes in.
3-point shot, good. From the wing left for the Dinos, it's Withers. He's first 3 of the ball game. We're tied at 12.
He does that so well, and when he gets feeling himself, Sonny, he's dangerous.
Lester swings it over to the left side. It goes to Griffin. Citrid, three-point shot down the barrel. No good. Rebound Orth. Dinos can take the lead on this possession. Warburton finds a little gap. Stops from about 10 feet. Kicks it outside to Bozzoni. Bounce pass down low to Orth. Whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Dinos with 1:04 left to play.
It was good transition D by the Spartans. Carter looked like he had a clear lane to the hoop, but a good collapse around the rim forced him to try and kick it back out, and in turn, the jump ball.
Warburton will throw the ball in on the baseline for the Dinos. Checking into the ball game. Conover for Emery. Griffin will come out. Warburton throws it in, and it comes to Withers. Gives it over to Griffin. Cross-court pass goes to Bozzoni. Over to Warburton on the baseline right. Moves inside. Shot from 15. Long. Rebound comes down to Emery. And a whistle and a reach foul on Warburton. His first foul, team foul number 2 on the Dinos with 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Tied at 12.
And at times, Sonny, you're going for that board. You need to know when you can let go, and that was the case for Carter. Holds on just a second too long, and as a result, the foul whistled.
Lester with the ball, picked up there by Withers, goes around him, kicks it over to the right side. Ben Johansson checking into the ball game on the last dead ball for the Emery Spartans. 20 on the shot clock, 35 game clock. Shot from 15. No good. Right from the free throw line. Conover couldn't get it to go, and the rebound comes down to the Dinos. Warburton ahead, Withers for 3. Air ball, but it goes right to Griffith, and he'll put it up and in the right place at the right time. The Dinos up 2, 14-12. 14 seconds left, first quarter, shot clock off. Down low it goes, drive to the basket, loses it, does Emery. That was Conover. Here come the Dinos. 2 seconds, 1 second. Griffith not looking at the clock, and the clock runs out.
Well, you'll take it because you are up 14-12, Sonny. The Dinos, a good job defensively, helped secure them the victory in that quarter, 14-12. That was a good start. They did what they needed to after a 6-0 run by Emery to open up the frame, but now it's anyone's ball game. The nerves are out. Second quarter going to be a real determining factor on who's going to come away with the victory tonight.
Packed house here at Carbon High School. We've played a quarter, and the Carbon Dinos lead Emery 14-12 when we come back.
I was hoping to talk to someone about updating my insurance policy.
I am able to understand complete sentences.
That was a complete sentence?
I didn't understand that.
Or can I just talk to a person?
No one talks to humans anymore.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
I hear you. Why don't we review your coverage with a super check?
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Jill Jensen in Price today.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play. Good first quarter. 14-12, Dinos with the lead. Emery will have the ball. They go left to right on your dial. As we said, in their black uniforms with the white numbers. The Carbon Dinos in their white uniforms, blue numbers. Here we go, quarter number 2 underway. Lester with the ball. Gives it to Conover. Hands it off to Griffin. Griffin on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Rebound, Bennett knocked out of bounds off Emery. And the Dinos will have the basketball with a chance to take a 4, possibly 5-point lead.
Well, for Carbon, the early on story has been a duo of unlikely rebounding leaders. Logan Bennett picks up his 4th board with that, and also crashing the glass. Carter Warburton, he's got 3 in the game.
Down underneath it goes. Whistle and a jump ball. Possession arrow belongs to the Carbon Dinos. They'll throw it in on the baseline.
Coach Brower signaling his play, then they line up in the stack.
Bennett will throw it in on the baseline.
Looks like the official telling them to stop doing what they're doing. A little extracurricular happening down low. And you expect that from a rivalry showdown. It's just bound to happen.
Sure. On the inbounds pass, it's tipped to Orth. Orth has it stolen from him. Turnover number 5. Fast break the other way for Emery. Kicks it outside. Citrid drives in the paint. Back outside of the three-point line. Emery will set the offense with a 3 from the left wing, up and no good by Citrid. And the rebound comes down. Dinos fast break the other way. Sorensen, shot up, whistle and a foul. 2 free throws. Caleb Sorensen will go to the free throw line. A chance to make it a 3, possibly a 4-point game for the Kerbin Dinos with 7:14 left to play in the first. The foul is on Citron. That is his first.
That was a bit of a lucky break for Caleb. He had a lot of time, but Emery does again a good job getting back on the transition defense. They make an easy task turn tough very quickly, and he misses the first.
First free throw, no good, as you said, Aiden. One more to come for Sorensen. Averaging 3.6 points per game. Second free throw, no good as well, and the rebound comes down to Emery. Both teams have shot 2 free throws. Neither team has made one. Emery breaks the press. Drive inside. All knocked away by Kerbin, controlled by Emery. In the paint, shot up the glass, no good, whistle and a foul. Free throws for Conover. Foul on, I believe it will be Sorensen.
And lots of chaos on that play, Sonny. No one was really in the right place at the right time. And it looks like they're whistling it against Kyler Orth.
Okay.
So there was a bit of a scrum happening along the baseline in the scramble for that loose ball. Emery comes up with it and gets rewarded with the trip to the stripe, but they miss. Can't convert on the first one is Conover.
First free throw miss. 6:59 left to play first half. 14-12 Kerbin. One more free throw to come for Garrett. Junior forward, averaging 4.9 points per game. Second free throw, no good as well. And the rebound comes down a whistle and a foul on Emery.
Yeah, they're going to whistle that one against A.J. Thomas. He got a little too physical, too much contact as he fights with Orth for the rebound. Wanted to force another jump ball as it would be in the favor of the Spartans, but that time the official doesn't like what he sees in terms of contact, gives the ball to Kerbin straight up instead.
Dinos 0 for 2 from the line. Emery 0 for 4. Sorensen with the basketball, picks it up, swings it over to the left side. It goes to Bennett. Bennett to Orth at the free throw line. Back outside is Sorensen. Little jump set, bounce pass down underneath the Orth. Shot up, no good. Whistle and free throws.
Nice little circus shot attempt by Orth. We know he loves to penetrate inside, and he likes to score underneath the basket. And as a result, you're going to see a lot of fouls get called on him as he gets sent to the line. A 72% free throw shooter on the season.
Free throw up and no good. Neither team can make a free throw. Emery 0 for 4, Kerbin 0 for 3. One more to come for Orth.
And as that continues to be the case, it's going to be the team that can start making them more quickly. That's going to be in a clear-cut advantage.
Second free throw, good. 15-12, Kerbin up 3. Full court pressure broke easily by Emery, but the move to the basket and a swat by Mortensen. Griffin went up for the shot. Mortensen declines it, and he keeps it in play like we always say. And the ball belongs to Kerbin. They turn the ball over down on the other side, but a great defensive play by Ty Mortensen.
Yeah, that wasn't a simple layup he was going for, Sonny. He wanted the throw down, powerful jam. He had that cocked back over his head. Ty says no, no, no. Emery does get the offensive board, but it's poked away by Caleb Sorensen.
We knew it was going to be a good game. So far it is. Here's a runner in the paint, up and good. Lester with the basket. He has 4. 15-14. Kerbin up 1 with the ball. Back down the other way. Bennett shot up and no good. Rebound comes down to Conover. Gives it head to Citron. This is Lester all the way to the basket. Blocked again, and we come the other way. Mortensen everywhere in the paint. Here's a 3-point shot for the Dinos. No good. Offensive rebound. Mortensen, no good. Another offensive rebound. Shot up, no good. Orth up with the shot, good. And the Dinos are getting offensive rebounds. It's a 17-14 Dino lead. 5:35 left to play first half.
Well, they're getting bullied down low, Sonny. It's like watching a prime Shaquille O'Neal against a team of junior Jazz players when it comes to boards.
Emery shot no good. Rebound Kerbin. Bennett with a rebound. Gives it ahead to Sorensen. Sorensen, top circle, swings it over to the left side. It goes to Warburton, back to Sorensen. Turnover for the Dinos. Tried to work the ball down in the paint to Mortensen. And then Emery gives it right back on the other side. It goes through the hands of Citrid. Turnover number 6 for Emery. 5:13 left to play first half. Kerbin leads 17-14. Timeout on the floor. And we will take it with them. The clock's, there we go. Clock was running again.
Some clock troubles have been the story tonight.
Yeah. 5:09 left to play in the first half. Kerbin leads 17-14, Dino basketball, 95-3 the Peak, where the Dinos play.
We're not going out on a limb when we say,
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen. Fantastic food, fun atmosphere. Known for their made-from-scratch pizzas, Juniper has the very best pastas, burgers, salads, wraps, hoagies, paninis, appetizers, loaded sodas, desserts, vegan and vegetarian options. Dine in for lunch or dinner, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 8. Saturdays, noon till 8. Order online at juniperkitchenutah.com with DoorDash delivery. Stop beating around the bush for a great meal.
I want to go to Juniper.
Juniper Kitchen and Price.
You're listening to Carbon Dino Basketball on the Peak, KRPX 95.3 FM.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino Basketball. Dinos and the Emery Spartans. Packed house here at Carbon High School. Great atmosphere. Dinos lead 17-14. They have the ball. On the floor, it's Bozzoni and Warburton along with Griffith, Bennett, Withers. That's the 5 on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. With the basketball, it's Bozzoni. He'll bring it up across the half-court line. Emery playing the zone. Dinos swing it over on the baseline. Bozzoni. Outside it goes to Warburton. Swing is over to Griffith. Withers over to Bozzoni on the baseline. Drives in. Bounce pass underneath. Back outside it goes to Withers. Shot clock 14. Plenty of time and a turnover for the Dinos. Fast break the other way. 1-on-4. All the way to the basket. Doesn't matter. Thomas gets his first points of the ball game. Did it all by himself. 17-16. Dinos up 1. Bozzoni bounce pass goes to Warburton on the left wing. Cross court pass to Griffith. He'll take the 3. Baseline right. No good. Go. It's good. He got the bounce.
It was like a game of whack-a-mole, Sonny. Looked like it was all but gone. Then it pops back up and drops in. You'll take the points.
20-16. Dinos up 4. 4:14 left to play first half. In the paint. Bounce pass. Nice play. Nice play from Tanny to Johansson. Johansson gets the easy 2. 20-18. Dinos with the basketball. Griffith with it. 3-point line. Swings over to the right side. Goes to Bozzoni. Bozzoni picks up the dribble. Withers for 3. No. And the rebound comes down to Emery. Griffin with it. Brings it up the floor himself down the right side. Picked up by Griffith. Cross-court pass goes to Thomas down low. Swing it to the baseline. Clear path for Citrid, and he has 6 for the easy 2.
Yeah,
tied at 20.
There was no closeout. Coach Brower looks at the bench. Ty's coming back in immediately. They need him in on the interior to protect that paint.
Wanted to give him a little breather. He got a little bit of a breather. Give him all the Withers. Over to Bozzoni on the baseline. Kicks it outside to Griffith. Stops from about 10 feet. Here's Bennett in the paint. Good. Bennett found a little gap in the middle of that zone and hits the 2, and it's a 22-20 Dino lead. We come back the other way. 3-point shot, no good by Citrid. Here come the Dinos. Fast break. 3-on-2. Bennett takes it all the way. Whistle and a foul, and 2 free throws for Bennett. Chance to make it a 3, possibly a 4-point game if he can put the 2 free throws in.
Well, Bennett right now leading all rebounders, Sonny. He's got 6 in just the first half. He's been electric on the glass. He also has a block to his name, as well as the points he continues to try and put up.
2:58 left to play first half. First free throw by Bennett is up and good. Dinos 2 for 5 from the free throw line. 4 fouls on Emery. Only 1 on the Dinos. Second free throw, good. The Dinos will be shooting free throws for the rest of the 2:58. And the Dinos with only 1 foul can really play aggressive defense in this situation this last 3 minutes of this second quarter. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, you want to play aggressive, but we've seen times where the Dinos take that to start fouling rapidly, and it puts you in peril for the rest of the game.
Tanny kicks it outside. They'll swing it over. 3-point shot, wing left, won't go. The rebound comes down to Mortensen. Bozzoni with the ball on the left side. Kicks it outside to Withers. Thought about the 3 and then turns it over. Getting in the passing lane for the Spartans to cause the turnover, and they'll set the offense up. Hands it outside. It goes to Thomas. Bounce pass in the paint. Kicks it outside. Baseline 3 left. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Warburton. Johansson couldn't get the 3 to go. Down the floor it comes to Griffith. He'll make the save. Kicks it to Bozzoni. Mortensen in the paint, picks up his dribble. Withers on the right wing. Goes around the screen set by Mortensen to Bozzoni. Warburton for three, baseline right, won't go. Rebound comes down to Griffin.
And if Carbon starts hitting those, Emery's going to be in peril. The 2-3 zone, just not getting out to that corner quickly enough.
Jump step into the paint and a whistle, a foul on Griffith. It'll be the second team foul for the Carbon Dinos. Emery will throw the ball in on the baseline. Kyler Ward checking into the ball game. For Griffith, checking in for Emery, Logan Lester. Coming out of the ball game, Johansson. 4 fouls on Emery, 2 on the Dinos. Fouls on Griffith, his first foul of the ball game.
Sorensen coming in as well. Bozzoni heads to the bench for Carbon.
Thomas will throw it in on the baseline. In it comes. 3-point shot. Good. Baseline right. Griffin has 7. Nothing but net. 24-23. Dinos up 1. Into the paint. Orth off the glass. Good. Dinos answer back quickly.
Little shovel pass assist from the low block from Ty. Sets that up. A great job by the big man who leads the team in assists.
Dinos up 26-23. Minute 22 left to play first half. Emery playing catch at the 3-point line. Here's a 3-point shot from the right wing. No good by Citrid. Rebound Dinos. Withers brings it down the left side. Gives the ball off to Warburton. Reverse layup. Good. Carter gets his first points of the ball game. It's good for him to see the ball go through the hoop. 28-23. Dinos up 5. Whistle and a foul on the ground. It'll be on the Dinos. Sorensen. Team foul number 3 on the Dinos. 54 seconds left in the first half. Carbon up 5.
And Sorensen playing his role as agitator very well. Citrid looking frazzled out there right now. He's not happy with the contact Sorensen's giving him.
Emery with the basketball. Perimeter passing. Throws it back out to the top circle. Lester. Citrid guarded by Sorensen. Drives inside. Puts up a runner. Partially blocked, but it goes right to Thomas, and he'll lay it up and in. 28-25. Dinos up 3. Thomas has 4. Orth with the ball on the right side. To Sorensen. Lobs it down low to Mortensen. Top block. Works his way in. Shot up. No good. Whistle and a foul. Late whistle, but a good call. Free throws for the Dinos. And Ty Mortensen will go to the line to shoot 2.
He buys Tanny out of position. Gets him a little too off kilter. Goes up. Tanny still tries to block the shot, but because he's out of position, he slaps the arm of Ty.
Tanny's first foul. Team foul number 5 for Emery. And at the free throw line, Ty Mortensen. First free throw up and good. Got the bounce. Looked like it was going to pop out. Rolls around and goes in. 29-25. Dinos up 4.
And Ty through these first 17 games shooting 71% from the line. Last year we saw him sit at about that 50-60 range, so we've seen improvement in his senior campaign.
Withers out, Bennett in. Free throw up, no good. Rebound, knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Emery.
That was a close call for the Spartans. Last touch was up in the air. Luckily, the ref has the angle, and it gets Emery a chance with the last shot. Shot clock turned off. Only 19 seconds and ticking.
Emery could get the last shot if they want to. Lester over in the corner. 3-point shot. Baseline right. Won't go for Griffin. Rebound comes down to the Dinos. Fast break the other way. Warburton with the ball. 4 seconds left. Down to Mortensen. Kick it out to Orth for 3. Baseline right. No good. And that will do it for the first half. What a quick, fast-paced first half of basketball. The Dinos lead the Spartans 29-25 as we go to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
At Landon's Diesel, they understand the heartbeat of your diesel truck. Whether it's the rig that powers your livelihood or the everyday vehicle that drives your life, the trained technicians at Landon's Diesel are here to keep you rolling. Plus, with 24-hour towing service, support's just a call away, anytime, day or night. Drive into Landon's Diesel for expert care tailored to you and your truck, because when your diesel needs expertise, Landon's Diesel is always here.
The more things change,
the more they stay the same.
yes, Mr. Automotive has a new building in Huntington.
But that just means the services they offer just got better.
Detailing and mechanic work are being added to the already great service Mr. Automotive had already offered.
And all deals are still done with the owner at the lowest prices possible.
New building, same best prices, and more auto services. Go to MrAutomotiveSales.com or stop by the dealership, 21 South Main, Huntington. Mr. Automotive, the best for less.
Imagine a smooth, hassle-free journey to the front door of your new home with the Driggs Mortgage Team guiding you every step of the way. Hi, this is Greg Driggs. Our seasoned experts understand the ins and outs of home financing and refinancing. Come visit us at our new permanent address, 8 East Main in Price, where we plan to be a staple for years to come. Start your journey today. Call 801-427-3577. The Driggs Mortgage Team, NMLS number 272076, Equal Housing Opportunity. Driggs Mortgage Team is a DBA of Premier Mortgage Resources, LLC, NMLS 1169.
At Oliver Law, we specialize in criminal defense and DUI. Everyone needs to know their rights. Let us guide you through the criminal justice minefield. At Oliver Law, we still believe in innocent until proven guilty.
In the heart of Carbon and Emery counties, Quick Realty is here to help you make the right move. Experience the future of home buying with our Matterport 3D tours, giving you an immersive look at your potential home from anywhere. Meet our dedicated team of local professionals, just real people who care, walking you through every step of the way. As a Zillow Premier and Realtor.com specialist, Quick Realty is your trusted expert, handling everything from residential, commercial, and mountain properties to property management. Your dream home is just a call away. Let Quick Realty help you find it.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Welcome to the Carbon Dyno's Halftime Report, brought to you by Castle Valley Orthodontics. Call 637-2222 and schedule your free consultation for a smile that will last a lifetime.
Welcome to the halftime show, sponsored by the great people down at Castle Valley Orthodontics. It's Carbon Dynos 29 and the Emery Spartans 25. You know, wouldn't it be, I'd like to see these teams play 5-6 times a year.
Yeah, no, that'd be ideal, son. If we could have a region slate of just Carbon and Emery like we do on the middle school level,
yes,
I think that'd be a lot of fun because these two teams obviously going at it tonight, and the home court coming into effect for Carbon as they have the narrow 4-point advantage at the half, as you mentioned, 29-25.
That's great atmosphere. Great game in the first half, 29-25. We'll look at scoring first for the Emery Spartans. Leading the way is Breck Griffin. He has 7 points in the ball game.
Yeah, and he's done a good job. He has 6 rebounds, a steal, and a block to go with it. But you saw some of that youth come into play when he tried to go for that throwdown jam over Ty Mortensen. And, you know, that's something you just don't try and challenge Ty on. He will send that right back into your face, pins it against the backboard. But Emery did recover with the offensive board.
Senior guard Porter Citrid with 6 points in the ball game tonight, averaging 21 points a game, 6 so far tonight. So the Dinos have done a good job on him.
Yeah, and you got to give a lot of credit to Caleb Sorensen. We mentioned it during that second quarter. He's doing an excellent job in his role as the agitator. He's trying to make Porter as uncomfortable as can be. He wants to get him frustrated. He wants to get him upset. He wants to get him off his normal game. And by doing that, they've really taken him out of the equation early on.
Junior guard A.J. Thomas with 4 points tonight.
And he's done a good job as well. He's got 3 rebounds, one of them being an offensive putback to go along with a steal. So he's been someone who they've been able to turn to kind of settle things down a little bit. He's also come along with a few great assists.
Maddox Tanny with 2 points, along with Ben Johansson coming off the bench with 2 points. And then coming off the bench also the sophomore guard Logan Lester. He has 4 points in the ballgame, a big 4 points coming off the bench for Emery.
Yeah, those were very much needed. They needed to see bench scoring. That's an area where Emery hasn't really seen much production, is that bench unit. You look through the normal people we see thrown out there, averaging about 4 points, 2 points, so on and so forth. So being able to have that pump early. That's something they're going to need to turn to as those starters start to get more and more worn out down the stretch.
Pretty fast-paced game and high intensity. 6 turnovers for Emery in the first half. They've done really a good job taking care of the ball, but 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, the free throws have been a trouble, and although, Sonny, they've been taking care of the ball, they keep going at Ty Mortensen. They've had mixed results. When he's out of the game, they've feasted on the interior, but Coach Brower recognizes that, gets Ty in back quickly. Of the 5 blocks the Dinos have as a team, he's got 4 of them, and they've been big momentum swinging blocks as well, not just your normal batted out of bounds call it a day. He has swatted some of those against the backboard into the 7th row. He does a good job, though, of keeping them in for the most part, setting up breaks on the other side for Carbon.
Take a look at the Carbon Dinos leading the way right now. Number 21, the junior guard, Case Griffith, coming off the bench with 5, and Kyler Orth, the senior forward, coming actually starting tonight with 5 points as well. So you have the leading scorers, Griffith with 5, Orth with 5, and Ty Mortensen, the center, with 5 points for the Carbon Dinos. So 3 players with 5.
And it's about what we expect from Carbon, Sonny. You know everyone on this team can score, just a matter of who is going to when. Right now, you've got that trio of players with 5. Logan Bennett not far behind with 4. This could be another one of those games, Sonny, where we see 5 Dinos in double figures like we did against North Stampede, and that proved instrumental in that victory.
Cash Withers and Jackson Bozzoni both coming off the bench, both with 1-3 each. They have 3 points apiece, and then Carter Warburton with 2 points for the Carbon Dinos for a total of 29 points. They shot 8 free throws. They made 4 out of 8, 50% from the free throw line. 9 turnovers in the first half for the Carbon Dinos. They lead 29-25. A good first half of basketball for the Carbon Dinos. Now, if you look at scoring by quarters, after 1, Carbon led 14-12. In the second quarter, the Dinos outscore Emery 15-13. So the Dinos have outscored Emery by 2 points in both quarters. They have the 4-point lead. The Dinos need to do what in the third quarter when this second half starts? They need to do what to maintain this 4-point lead?
Keep winning the battle on the boards. Carbon crashing the offensive glass very effectively. Overall, they're out-rebounding Emery by 5, 21-16. And he got a few players you wouldn't expect. Of course, you see Ty Mortensen. He's got 5 rebounds on the night. But Carter Warburton also has 5. Logan Bennett leads both teams with 7 boards. So he's been instrumental in getting things going for the Dinos. Although it hasn't been his normal scoring performance, he's been doing everything else we've come to expect from him.
Listening to the Castle Valley Orthodontics halftime show. We'll take a break. When we come back, it'll be second half action. The Dinos lead the Spartans 29-25 here at Carbon High School.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Having a great local pharmacy that you can rely on is important. At Price Family Pharmacy, transferring your prescriptions is simple and hassle-free. Just call us at 637-3737 and we'll take care of the rest. Need your medication delivered right to your door? We offer free delivery to make your life even easier. Managing multiple medications? Ask about our convenient med packing services to keep you organized and on track. Visit Price Family Pharmacy and experience a team that genuinely cares. Feel better about your pharmacy. Choose Price Family Pharmacy today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Daniel Kelly, owner of Castle Valley Orthodontics. What's keeping you from having a perfect smile? We understand what you want from a local orthodontist. And here at Castle Valley Orthodontics, you'll be treated like family. Call Castle Valley Orthodontics at 637-2222 for a free consultation.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back, Carbon Dino basketball. It's time for second half action. The Spartans will go right to left on your radio dial. The Dinos left to right. We are underway. 29-25, Dinos with the lead, and Emery with the basketball.
Well, in that other game, we're keeping an eye on Manti Union. Manti up at the half, 34-24 over the Cougars.
That could make the region real interesting. Here's a shot from 15, right side, no good. Offensive rebound, a foul on the Carbon Dinos.
They're going to call against Caleb Sorensen. He's trying to plead his case, but clear as day. You could see him make some contact, a little jersey grab alongside it as he's going to pick up his second.
First team foul. Emery will throw the ball in on the baseline. In it comes, bounce pass in, 10-foot shot up and no good. Offensive rebound as Tanny couldn't get it to go, and then a turnover for Emery, number 7. And then the Dinos give it right back. So here comes Emery, past the half-court stripe, swing it over to the left side, drive inside, shot up the glass, and good. Citrid has 8 points in the ball game, 29-27, Dinos up 2.
Well, a sloppy start for both teams coming out of the locker room, but Emery breaks the egg first.
Bennett, Sorensen, they play catch. Right wing, 2 between the circles. Now swings it over to Warburton. Back to Sorensen. Down low, it goes to Ort. In the paint, nice move. Shot up partially blocked, and it comes down to Emery. Fast break the other way. Whistle and a foul on Sorensen. That's number 3.
Yeah, you can't argue that one. That was definitely a foul. He gets the hand in the face, knocks him down. Coach Brower turns to the bench. Jackson Bozzoni going to be coming in pretty quickly there as he picks up number 3. Fouls 2 and 3 only coming within about 30 seconds of each other.
Emery with the basketball, and it comes to Thomas. Thomas between the circles. Picks up his dribble, swings it left side. Back to Thomas it goes. Swings it over the right side to Citrid. They'll play catch. Ball goes down to Tanny. Kick it outside. 3-point shot from the wing right up and no good by Citrid. Rebound Dinos. Ahead of the pack, it's Warburton. Little spin move. Shot up, won't go. The rebound comes down to Griffin. Griffin ahead to Citrid. Goes all the way to the basket by himself. Whistle and a blocking foul. Excuse me. Was it a blocking foul? They're going to say on the arm.
They're going to say on the arm. But Citrid holding that knee a little bit. He's in some pain, getting some help from his teammates. He's able to bounce back up, walking gingerly as he gets back up from the contact by Mortensen.
Mortensen's first foul. That's a good stat. With 3 fouls on the Dinos, none on Emery with 6:29 left to play in the third quarter. Chance to tie this game with a couple of free throws.
Yeah, Carbon going to need to clean things up defensively. Can't let that total start climbing higher and higher.
Citrid's first free throw up and good. First made free throw of the night for Emery. They're now 1 for 5. 29-28. 6:29 left third. Second free throw up. No good. Rebound. Comes to Carbon. It's Bozzoni. Ahead it goes to Orth. Orth lays it up and in. Nice move. Nice fast break for the Dinos. Orth has 7. 31-28. Dinos up 3. Between the circles, they'll lob it over to the left side. Here's a 3-point shot, baseline left, up no good by Griffin. Rebound, Dinos. Bozzoni, fast break. 2 on 3, takes it all the way to the basket, and a blocking foul on Emery.
And they just couldn't get their feet set in time. They did a good job getting back on defense, trying to make it a harder time for Jackson to get that one up and in. But instead, they get caught moving. Jackson gets to go to the line as a result.
Bozzoni at the free throw line. First free throw, no good. Carbon 4 for 9 from the line tonight as a team. Emery 1 for 6. Not a stat you're going to circle for either team so far here in the third quarter. Second one up and good.
Yeah, not going to be too pleased about that either way, but he gets the second to drop. A 4-point lead remains for Carbon.
5:50 left to play. 32-28 Dinos. Thomas swings it right side to Citrid. Guarded by Warburton. Takes it strong to the basket. I think he traveled.
And they're going to whistle him for it. And that's a lucky break for Carbon because Ty, in a rare situation where he's out of position, he's up in the air. They're looking to go for the slide bounce pass right behind him to an open big, but the extra step coming from Citrid buys him some time.
Warburton, Bozzoni out for the Carbon Dinos. Griffith and Withers in. There's a little lob pass down to Mortensen. Tried to get at the Orth cutting. And the turnover for the Dinos, number 12. We come the other way. Citrid gives it over in the corner. Three-point shot won't go by Griffin, whistling a foul.
Well, here's a stat
on the
for you.
Dinos.
Here's a stat for you, Sonny. Those 12 Dinos turnovers, a third of them have been called by Garrett Conover, who on that last possession picked up his 4th steal.
Withers gets his first foul of the ball game. 14th foul for the Dinos. Only one on Emery. The inbounds pass controlled by Emery somehow, and a three-point shot from the wing left. No good. Whistle and a foul. On the rebound, it'll be on Emery.
They're going to whistle it against Tan. He says he pushes off as he goes for the board. You can see the little elbow action sends the Dinos players spin in the opposite direction.
Foul number 2, team foul number 2 for Emery. 32-28, 5:08 left to play third. Dinos with the ball to Griffith with it. Gives it over to the right side. It goes to Bozzoni on the baseline. Still with it. Picks up his dribble. Kicks it outside to Griffith. Baseline left to Withers. Mortensen back to Bozzoni. Shot clock has 7 on it. Back outside to Griffith. Nice defense by Emery. Here's Bozzoni for 3. No, won't go. Rebound, Mortensen. Offensive board to Orth. Lay it up and in. Good things happen when you get the offensive rebound. The Dinos up 6.
Yeah, you play that spectacular defense for 34 seconds. Before you get a forced up shot, you don't pursue the rebound. Makes no sense.
In the paint, kick it outside. Citrid drives the lane. Runner good. He has 11.
That floater is lethal. Not even the long arms of time. Mortensen can get a hold of that one as it goes up and in like a teardrop.
34 minutes left to play. Bozzoni in the paint. Has the ball, knocks away, gets it back. Swings over to the right side. It goes to Griffith. Back to Bozzoni. Down low. Back outside to Griffith. To Mortensen. Shot up, no good. Whistle and a foul. Free throws for the Dinos. Ty Mortensen will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah,
foul number 3 on Emery.
You could tell as soon as that arm started to swing up from Tanny, he was going to catch the arm of Ty, and as a result, Mr. Mortensen gets a trip to the charity stripe.
Ty looking for points 6 and 7 with 3:51 left to play in the third quarter. First free throw, no good.
Looks like instead they're going to whistle it against Brett Griffin. That's his 3rd.
14 fouls on the Dinos, 3 on Emery. Lester checks into the ball game. Griffin will come out. Dinos 5 for 11 from the free throw line tonight. Emery 1 for 6. Second free throw is up and good. 6 points for Mortensen. 35-30. Turnover, Dino basketball.
Lester tries to go through the legs to break the pressure, as we saw him do oh so well in the first half. Instead, between the legs, hits his heel, goes rolling out along the baseline. Carbon with an excellent opportunity now to add a few more points onto the board here.
Griffith throws it in, and it comes to Bozzoni in the paint. Reverse layup up and in.
And it's the skill we talk about him so often. He rebalances himself mid-air to get the easier look.
37-30, Dinos up 7. All the way to the basket, using the glass, lay it up and in. It's Citrid, he has 13. Fast break back down the other way. Withers with the ball on the baseline for the Dinos. They waste no time getting the ball back down the floor. Bozzoni swings over to the right side to Griffith. Cross-court pass to Withers. Bounce pass down low to Orth. Outside to Bozzoni for 3. Down the barrel, no good. Rebound Emery. Johansson with the board.
And Emery almost caught victim of their own 2-3 zone. A wide open shot down the lane.
But a turnover for Emery, number 10. Fast break. Griffith ahead of the pack. Lay it up off the glass and in. He has 7 in the ball game. Dinos up 7. 39-32 with 2:55 left to play in the third. Full court pressure and a foul on Griffith.
Yeah, bump and grind foul there. Catches him with the hip. Leans in on the thrust. So they're going to call it against the Dinos. That's their 5th foul. So that's free throws for the Spartans, Sonny. We talked about how big those 3 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the frame were going to be. Well, now they're reaping what they sowed.
Case with his 2nd foul of the ball game. Free throws for Emery. The free throw line, Logan Lester. First one up. Good. Lester with 5. Substitutions coming into the ball game for the Dinos will be Bennett, Warburton, and Carter Branch.
That's a name we haven't heard in a while, Sonny.
Yes. Free throw number 2 up and good. 6 points for Lester.
Coming off a knee injury from preseason football, Branch is someone that the Dinos have been missing in both sports. And I know Coach Brower talked about his last post-game. He was excited to have him back on the floor.
Knocked away, controlled by the Dinos. Shot clock says 20, plenty of time. 2:35 left third quarter. Dinos up 5. 3-point shot good. Down the barrel. Withers has 6 points in the ballgame, and the Dinos are up 8.
Well, that's what he does. He electrifies the fans, the student section, the bench, everyone on their feet.
Oh, nice play. Nice pass. Nice pass from Canny. He finds Johansson, who checks in the ballgame, cutting to the basket. Easy 2, 42-36. Dinos up 6.
Definitely had some justification to want it and one there. Johansson fights through a lot of contact to get his shot up.
Branch, nice pass down to Bennett on the baseline. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound, knocked out of bounds. Dino ball. Minute 58 left to play third quarter. 42-36. Carbon up, checking into the ballgame. Miles Mortensen.
Well, Bennett picks up his 9th rebound. He's leading all players now. Next closest is Brett Griffin with 8 for the Spartans.
Mortensen checking back into the ballgame for the Carbon Dinos. So a minute 58 left to play. 42-36. Dinos up 6. They have the ball. And it comes to Branch. His first shot of the season. Good. Carter with 2. 44-36. Dinos up 8. Come back the other way. Shot good. Baseline left from 10. Citrid has 15. He's starting to heat up. 44-38. Withers gives the ball to Branch. Goes to Mortensen. 15 feet out. Shot up. No good. Rebound. Bennett. Throws it off Emery. That's a great play by Bennett. Dino's ball on the baseline.
That was. Aims it right at the shins of Mortensen. Throws it off and out. Dinos get to maintain possession.
Minute 28 left to play. Third quarter. Dinos up 6. Lob pass. Knocked away. Controlled by Emery. Turnover. Carbon all the way to the basket. Blocked by Mortensen. Citrid goes in for the layup. Morton comes in from behind, makes the block. We come the other way for the Dinos. 44-38, minute 13 left. Down low it goes. Branch off the glass, no good. Rebound comes down to Emery.
Good defense by Mortensen on that one, getting in the face, not allowing anything easy at the
Little
rip.
Jump step, travel.
And Citrid needs to watch himself. He's upset about it. He's teetering on a tee right now if he keeps yelling at the refs.
44-38 with a minute left to play in the third. The Dinos up 6 with the ball. Huge Region 13 game tonight. Last report, Union was losing to Manti. Here's a deep 3 down the barrel. Good! It's Withers. He has 9. That's his third 3 of the ball game. Dinos up 9. Emery with the basketball. It's Lester between the circles. Sends it right side. It goes to Citrid. Back to Lester. Perimeter passing for Emery. Good defense by the Dinos. Turnaround shot from 15. Won't go. Offensive rebound, no. Knocked away. Here come the Dinos. Fast break the other way with the basketball. It's Withers. 3. Good again! He has 12, and that's his fourth 3. It's a 50-38 Dino lead. Up 12 and a whistle and a foul on North.
Well, we talk about it all the time. If you're feeling it, you're feeling it. You're going to keep pulling that trigger. And there's no person I trust more in those moments than Cash Withers. It feels like with every make, that basket gets bigger and bigger. He is shooting into a garbage pail. Near half court, pulls the trigger.
At the free throw line. Porter Citrid. First free throw up, no good. 3 for 9 for Emery from the free throw line. Carbon up 50-38 with 15 seconds left to play in the third.
And you can feel the air sucking out of the Emery side of things right now, Sonny. They're going to need a big fourth quarter, but Carbon has played a spectacular full 3 quarters so far.
They've outscored Emery every quarter. Second free throw, no good as well. Rebound Dinos. Shot clock off, 11 seconds left to play third quarter. Withers with it. Swings it over to Bennett. Bennett on the baseline, makes a move. To Mortensen. Spin move in the paint. Shot up and in. Mortensen has 8. Dinos on a roll. It's 52-38 as we go to the fourth quarter. And the Dinos finish big at the end of 3.
That was quite the run. Cash Withers comes out, hits some key threes, helps build this one to double digits. Emery down 14, a position they're not necessarily familiar with. They're used to entering with the advantage going into the fourth frame, but tonight the Carbon Dinos giving them all they can handle.
We'll go to the fourth quarter with the Dinos up 52-38. When we come back, Carbon Dino Basketball, 95.3 The Peak, where the Dinos play.
Transform your space with Spectrum Paint featuring PPG paint, the ideal choice for any home project. Imagine a kaleidoscope of colors at your fingertips, from soothing pastels to vibrant primaries. Whether revamping a room or adding character to your exteriors, Spectrum Paint makes every brush stroke count. Dive into a spectrum where quality meets creativity and paint your world with us. Visit Spectrum Paint to find the perfect shade for your home today.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back. The Dinos outscore Emery 23-13 in the third. Had a 4-point lead at the half. They now lead by 14, 52-38. Dinos get the ball first, start the fourth quarter. Here we go. Withers with the ball, swings it to Bennett, back to Withers, over to Warburton. Warburton tries to get the ball to Mortensen. Turnover for the Dinos. We come the other way. Shot in the paint, won't go. Offensive rebound, no go. Whistle and a foul.
It was a good hustle effort coming by Logan Lester. Picks up his first rebound of the game, but gives him a second chance and gets the foul whistled. That was something the Dinos struggled with early on in quarter number 3, is getting those early fouls.
Spartans throw it in, and it comes deep. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas between the circles, swings it right side to Lester. Back to Thomas. Back to Lester. They play catch, 3-point line. Lob pass down low. Over to Griffin in the corner. He'll lose it out of bounds, and a turnover for Emery, number 11.
Yeah, he just couldn't get his hands on it, and a good pressure defense coming from Cash Withers along the side to help aid in that.
And it comes to Bennett. Past the half-court stripe, swing it over to the left side. It goes to Warburton. On the baseline, shot up and in. Warburton has 4 in the ball game. Dinos up 16, their biggest lead of the game. 7:15 left to play, 54-38, Emery with the ball. Lester with it, swings over on the baseline. Drive in, little step move. Griffin with the basket. He has 9, 54-40. Warburton down the left side, goes all the way, fakes, goes in. Blocked, a whistle and a foul.
And Tanny not happy with that call one bit. And again, they need to not chirp with the refs as much after. That's not going to put you in their favor. In fact, it's going to put you closer and closer to a technical. You got to watch yourself there. As a notorious hothead myself, Sonny, you've seen it in full display. Even I know you got to keep your emotions in check there.
Warburton's free throw gets the bounce. 5 in the ball game for Carter Warburton, 55-40. Dinos up 15. 6:59 left to play.
Now, one thing we know about Carter, Sonny, he likes to get a lot of his scoring done in the second half. We saw it on full display in Manti. We're seeing it on display again tonight.
Second free throw by Carter, good. He has 6. The Dinos extend that lead, 56-40, 16-point lead, 6:55 in running left to play. Thomas with the ball, cross-court pass, goes over. Here's a baseline 3 from the right, won't go. Rebound comes down to the Dinos.
Carter's first rebound since the first half, but that brings his game-wide total to 6.
Johansson couldn't get the 3 to go. Warburton dribbles top circle. Swings it over to Withers. Left side, bounce pass to Orth. Off the glass, won't go. Sat on the rim, and the rebound comes down to Tanny. Here come the Spartans the other way. Out of bounds, off Emery, and a turnover. Turnover number 12. 6:22 left to play. Dinos up 16.
And you can tell they're playing a little rattled right now, Sonny. They didn't expect to come in and get knocked down like they did in that third quarter. Last year it was a similar story, but the opposite direction. Close game at the half. I believe it was tied here at Jurassic Park. Emery comes out and they dominate the second half. Tonight, been the inverse. Carbon has come out with a renewed fire in the third quarter and heading into the fourth. They've done an excellent job just playing their brand of basketball. We talked about how important that was in the pregame. Whoever could get their style of basketball going, not by buy into the extra drama and junk that goes into this rivalry game, that was going to be the team that came away with the win. And so far, Carbon has done that. They put the noise outside of them, and they've really been able to take advantage of Emery.
Yeah, we have a packed house here at Carbon High School here in the fourth quarter. Dinos lead by 16. We'll get you a score on that Union Manti game as soon as we can. That's a huge game in this region tonight. Last time we checked, Union was down to Manti.
Yeah, no update on that, so a bit of a longer third quarter, but some other scores we see that are pretty big in RPI implications. Delta up over Ridgefield, 40-35. That's got some pretty big implications. Juab playing down the classification right now, but in a dogfight against the Rams of Parowan, 37-36. So we'll keep you updated as we get those scores coming in further and further.
6:22 left to play. Dinos with the basketball. Bennett throws it into Warburton. Withers on the court along with Mortensen and Orth for the Dinos. Warburton with the ball top circle. He'll hold there. No hurry for the Dinos. They're up 16. Withers. Left wing. Back outside it goes to Warburton. Dribbles back to the top circle. Down to 15. Finds a gap. Goes to the basket. Blocked. Whistle and a foul.
Well, you're not going to see Porter Citrud come up with a block very often, but when he does, he sends it back with some force into your face. That's going to be the second personal foul whistled against Garrett Conover. He's played solid defense so far tonight. One of the bright spots for Emery in that regard. He has 4 steals.
And it comes to Warburton. Between the circles. Swings it over to Bennett. Bennett drives in, has the ball knocked away, scramble for it. Warburton comes up with it on the baseline. Whistle.
And an official timeout. Bennett on the floor.
5:45 left to play. 56-40. Both teams will go to the bench. Have a timeout. 2 fouls on Emery, 1 foul on the Carbon Dinos. The Dinos lead by 16, 56-40 with 5:45 left to play. And the ball game will take a break when we come back. The last 5:45, Carbon and Emery. 95-3 the Peak where the Dinos play.
Plumbing issues don't happen every day, but when they do, it's good to know that there's a plumber you can trust right here in the Castle Country. The Swell Plumber has over 30 years of experience and has proven that he's reliable. Here's what some customers have said about the Swell Plumber.
Kurt was amazing. He came out to the house the same day and got quotes to us very quickly.
Kurt kept in touch with us with updates as things progressed. I was definitely pleased.
For residential and commercial plumbing, go to theswellplumber.com and book your appointment today.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back. Dinos turn the ball over on the inbounds pass. Here comes Emery the other way. 5:40 left to play. Dinos up 16. 3-point shot. No, it won't go. And the rebound comes down to Warburton. Conover couldn't get it to go. Warburton with a basketball on the left side. He'll dribble. Goes around the screen set by Mortensen. Hands it off to Sorensen between the circles. Swings it left side to Mortensen. Cross-court pass over to Withers. Baseline right. Whistle. Foul on Emery.
That's going to be the third against Conover. Tries to go for the steal, but he reaches in too far, catches some hip. The official notices the contact, blows it accordingly.
Aiden's got a score on the Union Manti game.
Yeah, that one got out of hand quickly. Right now, sitting at 57-37 in favor of the Templars at the end of 3. So, Union at peril of losing their undefeated region streak. Manti on the verge of taking that possession of the second place position in region play. That's a pretty big task for him. That's a pretty big jump.
We said tonight could be a big night in region play, and you know what? This could turn this region wide open tonight.
Yeah.
If that score stays the same and this score stays the same.
Yeah, no, you see a lot of chaos being created around the region if that's the case. Union sits at 4-0, could fall to 4-1. Manti, who moved to 2-1, now would move to 3-1 into that second place. Sole possession of that. Carbon to 2-2, Emery to 2-2, and North St. Pete still at that 0-4 mark. So right now, that could shake things up entirely. And another update on that Juab game. It was a scrappy one at half. The Wasps starting to pull away 55-43 over Parowan. Excuse me, I'm not good at counting.
So here we go. Carbon will throw the ball in. Withers for three. Left side. No. Rebound. Mortensen. Gives it off to Warburton. Spin move in the paint. Put it up. No good. Rebound. Mortensen. Ball loose and it goes to Emery. 5 minutes left to play. Carbon up 16. Bounce pass. Nice pass from Griffin.
A smooth slide by sets that one up. Now Carbon, they need to keep playing to win. They don't need to go into the mood where they're playing not to lose.
Dinos with the ball. Drive in. Shot up no good. Whistle and a foul. Free throws for the Dinos. Orth will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, we saw how quickly Carbon picked up team fouls in the third quarter. It's been the opposite here in the fourth. Emery up to 4. Carbon sits at only 1 as we see the 4th personal whistled against Brett Griffin on that go-around.
Orth at the free throw line, 9 points tonight. The Dinos 8 for 14 from the free throw line, and the first one good. Orth in double digits, he has 10.
And Bennett back up and in.
Good to see. 4:45 left to play. Second free throw. Orth gets handed the ball. Couple of dribbles, eyes the bucket. Free throw number 2 is up and no good. Nice rebound by Bennett. Sorensen with the basketball for the Dinos after the miss. Whistle and a foul on the ground. Foul number 5 on Emery. Free throws for the Dinos. To the free throw line goes Caleb Sorensen.
And to give you a correction on those region standings, Sonny, if things play out as they are right now, Union and Manti would be tied for that top spot at 3-1 apiece. Emery and Carbon at 2-2. North St. Pete at 0-4. That's how things would play out, not whatever I was doing before.
First free throw up and no good.
Well, we talked about if you're both teams, that's the one department of this tonight's game you're really going to take a hard look at and think, yeah, we need to improve. And that's shooting at the charity stripe.
Second free throw up and good. Sorensen with 3. Dinos up 16. 58-42. Drive on the baseline. There's a little move by Emery. The ball on the ground on a turnover. Citrud couldn't hold on to it. Here comes Mortensen. Past the half-court stripe, gives it to Sorensen. 4:16 left to play. Dinos up 16. And the ball. Sorensen drives inside, out of bounds, off the Dinos. Turnover. Emery will take over. Great night tonight so far for the Dinos. With 4 minutes left to play, up 16. Trying to go 2-2 in region play.
Well, Carbon just needs to keep their foot on the gas pedal, Sonny. That's when good things are going to happen. You take the foot off. You let Emery scrap their way back into this one. Of all times, you don't want to have that bad 4-minute stretch right now when it matters most. This is the time where Carbon can put the Spartans away.
2 more home games for Carbon coming up. Both region. Emery with the ball down 16. 3-point shot, baseline right, good. Griffin hits the 3. He has 12. Timeout on the floor with 3:55 left to play. Carbon leading by a score of 58-45. 5 team fouls on Emery, only 1 on the Dinos.
Yeah, Emery just been a little foul happy in this frame. Carbon's taken full advantage of it, though. They've sent plenty of players to the charity stripe. The problem is, Sonny, they haven't been converting on those opportunities, making them a little bit more tolerable, a little easier to stomach for the Spartans to be giving up those fouls. But they've been trying to play physical defense. It just hasn't been working in their favor. The whistle been tight tonight.
Well, you have to play more aggressive defense when you're behind. That's why the 5-1 foul situation sits the way it is. As we said, 2 more home games coming for the Dinos before they finish the season with 2 road games. Emery will be the last game of this regular season at Emery.
That's going to be a good one, and if things play out, again, major implications with the postseason right around the corner.
Full court pressure being applied by Emery, and it comes to Mortensen, back to Bennett. Under 4 minutes up to play, Dinos up by 13. Bennett with the ball, hands it off to Bozzoni.
And it felt like an eternity to cross that 10-second stripe, but they did it in just 5.
Mortensen, tip of the key, gives it to Griffith. Shot clock 17, plenty of time. No hurry for the Dinos. Bozzoni finds a gap, lays it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Emery.
A little teammate fight for that rebound, but the Spartans do come up with it.
Spartans with the basketball. Reset the offense, down 13. Citrid stops at the three-point line. Ball knocked away, controlled by Dinos. Fast break, Bizzoni ahead of the pack. Lay it up and in. He has 8. Dinos back up 15 with 3:05 left to play.
And a careless pass for the Spartans. Jackson Bizzoni recognizes it, and he's off to the races.
Bounce pass knocked away. Turnover for Emery. Here's the fast break. Orth, lay it up. No good. Followed by Bizzoni. Off the glass and in. Bizzoni has 10. Double digits. Dinos pulling away now. 62-45 with 2:45 left to play.
Emery had 3 defenders there. Not one of them went for the rebound. That makes no sense.
3-point shot by Citrid won't go. Rebound Dinos. Bizzoni steps back. Goes around the screen set by Mortensen. Kicks it outside to Orth. 22 on the shot clock. Dinos don't need to be in any hurry. And they're not. They're playing it right. Nice pass down underneath the Griffith. Shot up, partially blocked. Foul on Bennett. Wait, what do we got? Foul on Bennett.
Conover picks up his first block with that swat on Griffith. And Bennett picks up the foul. Only his second. Normally at this juncture of the game, we see him with about 3 or 4. So he's done an excellent job avoiding foul trouble throughout this contest.
Johansson and Lester comes back in for Emery. Sorensen and Warburton back in for the Carbon Dinos, along with Orth, Bennett, Mortensen. That's the 5 on the floor for the Carbon Dinos. 2:15 left to play and running. Emery with the basketball. Dinos up 17. Lob pass down underneath. Goes back out to Citrid on the baseline. Reverse layup won't go. Whistle. Jump ball. Ball will belong to Emery with 2:07 left to play.
And Bennett picks up his second swat of the game, sending the shot from Citrid back down to earth.
Trying to get the ball in, and it comes deep to Griffin from the free throw line. Shot short. Offensive rebound. Whistle and a foul. Free throws for Emery. Going to the free throw line will be Logan Lester. Foul on the Carbon Dinos. That'll be team foul number 4. Not team foul number 3. Personal foul number 3 on Bennett.
And Lester has 2 rebounds for the Spartans tonight, both of them coming on the offensive side and both of them leading to free throws.
Free throw up. Good. 4 for 11 from the line tonight for Emery. As a team, 62-46. One more free throw to come for Logan Lester. He has 7. Timeout Carbon with 2:02 left to play in the ballgame, and we'll keep it here. 62-46, the Dinos with the lead. One more free throw to come. Now the Dinos just need to play clean for this next couple of minutes.
Yeah, no, like we talked about, it's not a time to slow down and already assume you've won the game. We saw that against Manti, and we saw how that turned out. You need to play the complete full quarter. You need to keep on rolling. And Coach Brower, we always talk about it with him, there's always feels like there's one quarter the Dinos don't play well. Tonight, that hasn't happened. They played a complete ball game, and now they just need to close it out because in the game of basketball, Sonny, especially in the modern age of the three-point revolution, 16 points isn't necessarily the safest lead.
Free throw number 2 for Logan Lester, looking for his 8th point. 2:02 left to play. Dinos up 62-46. Second free throw is no good. Whistle, foul on the Dinos.
And if that one goes against Bennett, that's his 4th. After we sang his praises for staying out of foul trouble, that would be 3 quick ones. That would put him up to 4. We'll see it. No, they whistle it against Orth, his 3rd.
Yep, 4 fouls on the Dinos. So free throws for the rest of the 159 for both teams. Lester with the basketball. Between the circles. Swings it over to the right side. We have a whistle.
Looks like a clock error is what they're signaling, pointed up at the scoreboard.
Emery will throw the ball in on the baseline. 62-46, Dinos up. Carbon Emery here at Carbon tonight. Region 13 play. In it comes for Emery. Lester with the basketball. Bounce pass. Goes to Tanny. Kick it outside. Good.
It was a good job by Bennett off balance and going up with the little fader. Kicks the leg out for some extra separation and pays off.
6 plays for Tanny. Warburton for 3. Partially blocked, I believe. Didn't hit rim, and we come the other way. Fast break, minute 28 left to play. All the way to the basket, whistle and a foul. Free throws for Emery. Brooke Griffin will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Well, Sonny, they're extending the game, but it's the wrong team doing it. Right now, the Dinos keep pausing the clock, sending Emery to the line, albeit a place they haven't excelled tonight, but a place where they can do some damage. It's gone from 16 now to 14 with a chance to make it 12 with a minute 26 and ticking. That's only taken 30 seconds for 6 points to go away.
Can't make the free throw. First one up and no good for Griffin. They are 4 for 13 from the free throw line tonight.
Well, that's the stat that's going to stand out most for the Spartans is the poor free throw shooting.
One more free throw to come. Minute 26 left to play, 62-48. Second free throw. Up. No good. Rebound out of bounds. Carbon ball.
Last touch went against Conover. He was trying to plead his case, but the officials are going to hold a conference.
They're going to say Emery ball.
I think that's the right call. From this angle up here, it looked like it was last touch against the Dinos.
Referees got together, talked about it. Emery basketball on the baseline, 62-48. In it comes. Three-point shot. Good. From the wing right. Johansson has 7. 62-51. Minute 18 left to play. Dinos with the basketball. Branch with it. He checked in last dead ball. Throws it away. Over the top of Orth. Turnover for the Dinos, number 18. A minute 12 left to play.
We've talked about it before, Sonny. Sometimes the Dinos' own worst enemy is themselves. As that pass goes soaring out again, stopping the clock. Emery with another opportunity, fresh off the three. They're gonna walk the dog, delay it starting as much as they can.
Lester with it. Gives it off to Citron. Finds a little gap. Lob pass off the glass and in for Griffin. He has 14 in the ball game. Timeout on the floor. 62-53. Emery's cut this lead to 9 with a minute 1 left to play.
Yeah, we talked about it. 16 points isn't safe, and it's dropped all the way down to 9. A risky, gutsy call by the senior to the sophomore. Lofton that one up for the lob. Able to get it off the glass, up and in. A minute left, Sonny. They've cut this lead more than in half in the first minute of the final 2-minute stretch. 60 more ticks for the Spartans. Things a little worrying for the Dinos. I'm standing up here and I'm getting worried.
They lead by 9 if we do a game set. 62-53 Dinos. Both teams have 5 fouls, free throws the rest of the way. Game clock, 1:01 left to play.
I don't know about you, Sonny, but my heart is racing right now. The Spartans have made this one a ball game yet again.
Dinos will throw it in, and it comes to Bozzoni. Under a minute left to play. To Warburton. Back to Withers. Bozzoni. Reach foul and free throws for the Dinos. Reaching in to stop the clock, Ben Johansson with the foul. 2 shots for the Dinos.
And it's one of those ones where it was the right decision until the play actually formulated out. You needed to stop the clock once they crossed half court, but you didn't expect them to throw the meatball bounce pass that was quickly stolen by Emery.
Free throw, good for Bozzoni. He has 11.
Now, Bozzoni leads this team in free throw percentage at an incredible 87%. One of the most consistent free throw shooters in the 3A classification. The last person you want to see at the line if you're a fan of Emery.
One more free throw to come. Bozzoni's second free throw is up and good. 12 points. Dinos 64-53, 48 seconds left to play. Emery with a basketball. Drive inside. Here's a little runner up and good by Johansson. He has 9. 64-55. 38 seconds left to play. Dinos trying to run the clock out. Dribbling the basketball. Knocked out of bounds. Off Emery. Carbon basketball. They'll throw it in front of the Carbon student body.
That's a very friendly place to be lobbing this one in. If you're up against Emery right now, it'd be a little more worrisome.
In it comes, back to Bozzoni. Still with the basketball. Across the half-court stripe, whistle and a foul.
And the clock continues to run. They're not stopping it. There they do, and they fix it back up to 28.3. But that's a tough call. as Bozzoni again heads to the line. The Dinos' strategy right now, get the ball in his hands, let him do what he has to do, bait the foul from the Spartans.
Griffin will check into the ball game for Emery after the first free throw. Can't come in yet. They're going to let him in? They're going to let him come in. Griffin will come in. Mortensen comes in for the Dinos. First free throw by Bozzoni is up. No good. Dinos 12 for 20 from the line. Emery 4 for 14. 64-55, 31 seconds left to play. Second free throw for Bozzoni is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Emery. Thomas with the ball, swings it over to Griffin. Three-point shot won't go. Rebound Warburton. 20 seconds left to play. Dinos up 9. Warburton dribbling, still dribbling. Gives it over to Bozzoni. Bozzoni drives in, kicks it outside to Mortensen. Down to 10 seconds. Dinos are going to run the clock, and a whistle and a foul with 8 seconds left to play. And Warburton will go to the line to shoot 2. And the Dinos are going to come away with a win tonight against Emery, and they will go to 2-2 in region play. Emery will go to 2-2 in region play. Unknown yet about the other game, but the last time we checked, Union was way behind.
Yeah, about 20. And Carter misses the first, but with 8 seconds left, Sonny, barring a strange scoreboard malfunction, this one's all but over.
Second free throw, no good. Here comes Emery down with 5 seconds. Shot blocked by Citrid, and a whistle and a foul. Free throws for Emery with 1.2 left to play in the ballgame. 2 free throws. To the free throw line goes Porter Citrid.
Well, I have that final score for you, Sonny. Manti defeats Union 72-58. So looks like our predictions are going to be coming true. 3-1 set the region leaders, Manti and Union. 2-2 are about to be Carbon and Emery. And last place, 0-4, will be the Hawks of North San Pete. So still anyone's race for region.
Union falls short tonight. Manti goes to 3-1. Second free throw up and good. And that will do it. And the Carbon Dinos have defeated the Emery Spartans here at Carbon High School tonight, 64-57. The Dinos coming away with a big win here at home, Aiden. That's huge. Dinos go to 2-2 in region play, and this will help them in the RPI rankings as well.
Oh, this is a major boost, Sonny. It beat a team like Emery sitting up at number 4. That's going to do wonders for you. You can't go wrong with that.
So we'll take a break, and when we come back, we will have the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Once again, the final score tonight here from Carbon High School. It's Carbon 64 and the Emery Spartans 57.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Hey there, food lovers. It's Bill Hicks from Farlano's Cafe, your new favorite spot for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Whether you're craving a hearty omelet, a fresh salad, our golden curly fries, or our mouth-watering pastas, we've got you covered. And we're open 7 days a week. So come on down to Farlano's Cafe, where every meal is a celebration. Remember, it's where the locals eat. Visit us at Farlano's, where great food and great company come together. See you soon.
Discover peace of mind with Don's Hometown Insurance, now even closer to home at their new location, 58 West Main Street in Price. Connect directly with friendly agents ready to tailor a package just for you. Imagine bundling your home, auto, and life insurance, simplifying your life while maximizing your savings. Experience personalized service designed to protect what matters most to you. Visit Don's Hometown Insurance today and feel the difference.
Looking for the perfect mattress? We've got you covered. At Bill's Home Furnishings, we have the largest selection of mattresses in eastern Utah, including the highly rated Serta Perfect Sleeper. And when it comes to price, we're competitive with anywhere in the state. But we're more than just mattresses. From quality furniture and home accessories to reliable appliances, we've got everything you need to make your house a home. Stop by Bill's Home Furnishings today, where selection, savings, and service meet. Right here in eastern Utah.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
The Dinos play here on 95.3 FM, The Peak.
Welcome back to Carbon High School, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union post-game show tonight. The Carbon Dinos with the 64-57 win over the Emery Spartans. They go to 2-2 in region play. And as we said, Union was beaten tonight by Manti. So Manti is 3-1, Union 3-1. Then you have Emery 2-2, Carbon 2-2, and North St. Pete 0-4. So right now, it is anybody's region 4 games in.
Yeah, it is wide open, Sonny. Everything just really opened up after tonight. Lots of fun games to be had in the second half. Looking for a share, at least a share of that region title. Right now, the Dinos did themselves a major favor, not just in that race, but in the RPI. You can expect to see them jump potentially into single digits with this upset victory over number 4 Emery.
Well, yeah, I mean, we said a lot of things could happen tonight in this region, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, Union upset by Manti, Union 3-0, Manti 2-1, and the Dinos knock off, upset Emery, who was 2-1, Carbon 1-2. So we have a race in the region play. And then, as you said as well, the RPI rankings, it's going to be interesting to look at that too as well, because Union was 6, and you had Manti 11. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens in the RPI rankings.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to kind of see how things kind of play out over the rest of the way.
Absolutely. The final score, once again, 64-57. Carbon Dinos with the win tonight over the Emery Spartans. We'll take a look at scoring by individuals. First, let's take a look at Emery, and leading the way was Porter Citrid. He had 17 points, 6 in the first half, 11 in the second, 17 points, just 4 points shy of what he's been averaging this year, but a good night for him.
Yeah, he played a key role in that attempted comeback near the end, chopping that 16-point deficit all the way down to that final score. He did an excellent job in the second half. Downs kept him in check coming in, but held below his season average tonight.
Breck Griffin with 14 points tonight, 7 in the first half, 7 in the second half. He's averaging 14, so just a normal good game for him tonight, even though Emery fall short. Nice night for Breck.
Yeah, led the team in rebounds as well with 8, added 3 steals and 2 blocks on top of it. So he was stuffing the stat sheet tonight.
Ben Johansson comes in off the bench and scores 9 tonight, only averaging 2 points per game. He was huge coming off the bench, had a good night.
Yeah, he played a key role coming off the bench slot. He had 2 rebounds to his name as well.
Maddox Tanny with 6 points tonight. That's his average. 2 in the first, 4 in the second. And he had Lester Logan scoring 7 points tonight, coming in off the bench as well. He had a good night.
Yeah, he had 2 rebounds, both offensive, setting up points for the Spartans. A pretty key role off the bench did Logan play.
A.J. Thomas with 4 points tonight for the Emery Spartans for a total of 57 points. They shot 16 free throws tonight, Aiden. They only made 6. So if you're going to circle a stat That's probably the stat if you're Emery that you're going to circle tonight.
You're going to look at that. You're also going to look at rebounding because the Spartans really didn't find much success in that department tonight. Carbon out rebounds them 33-27. First half, it was 21-16. So the Dinos did what they needed to on the glass, limiting Emery's second chance opportunities as well as setting up some of their own. They just really couldn't compete with the height, and a good job by every player on this team crashing the boards. You had Ty Mortensen come down with 8. Logan Bennett led both teams with 10, and he also had Carter Warburton with 8. So they were crashing the glass, looking to make an impact early on.
Yeah, 14 turnovers for Emery. We'll take a look at the Carbon Dinos real quick, and then we're going to be joined by some special guests here in the booth. Taking a look at the Dinos, led by Cash Withers coming off the bench with 12 points. He was on fire from the three-point line, and Jackson Bazzoni coming off the bench with 12 as well. So you have 24 points off the bench for the Dinos tonight with these two players.
Yeah, and we always know that the bench is going to play a pretty important role for the Dinos, and tonight they did that and then some. A full team effort all around tonight.
Kyler Orth finishes with 10 tonight for the Dinos, and then Ty Mortensen with 8 points tonight. He did everything again, blocking, rebounding, scoring. Did another great game for Ty.
Yeah, he did it all. He had 8 rebounds, added 5 blocks, 4 of them coming in the first half, as well as a steal. So he was his normal, dominant defensive self.
Case Griffith finished with 7 tonight. And then you have Carter Warburton with 6, Logan Bennett with 4, Caleb Sorensen with 3, and Carter Branch with 2 points tonight. He gets on the scoreboard tonight. We haven't seen him all year. He comes in and scores for the Dinos as well. So once again, you have a lot of scores for the Dinos. You have 9 people putting the ball in the basket for the Carbon Dinos.
Yeah, and as always, it's a full balanced effort for Carbon. Everyone gets involved. They pass the ball oh so well. It's always great to see.
They shoot free throws, 12 for 23 tonight for the Carbon Dinos. That's maybe one thing you want to circle. Neither team shot well from the free throw line. 18 turnovers for the Dinos. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have Coach Brower is going to talk to us, and we have Caleb Sorensen is going to come in and chat with Aiden as well. Once again, the final score, the Dinos win at 64-57. We'll have the interviews when we come back.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Looking for financial solutions? At Cache Valley Bank, they're here to help. Whether you need commercial loans, mortgages, or expert financial advising, they've got you covered. Visit them today on the corner of First West and Main Street. Cache Valley Bank, your partner in financial success.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC. When your comfort is on the line, trust the experts who care. At Air Temp Heating and Cooling, we've been dedicated to keeping Castle Country cozy since 1999. Our certified technicians are ready with 24/7 emergency service and the latest knowledge in heating and cooling technology. As a proud Bryant authorized dealer, we'll do whatever it takes to ensure your home or business stays comfortable year-round. Call Air Temp Heating and Cooling today at 637-4468.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Again, the Carbon Dinos coming away with the upset victory over the Emery Spartans in tonight's rivalry showdown. Joining us now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth, we are joined by Caleb Sorensen. Caleb, pleasure to be catching up with you today. Thanks for taking the time to come talk to us.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Now, we're always singing your praises up here in the broadcast booth because you're probably one of my favorite defenders to watch. You play that role that every good team needs. You know, you're the one that your fans are going to love, and the other team fans, well, they're not going to be too fond of you because you play such scrappy defense. How do you go about preparing to play defensively each game?
Yeah, just getting locked in mentally. Like, this game was personal. We wanted to come out, give them a statement from the start. You know, obviously they're two studs. We wanted to shut them down, get in their heads, like foul them hard, whatever we had to do to get in their head, get them slowing down the court. But, yeah.
You know, and it's always interesting, the emotions that come into a rivalry game, because outside of the actual game, it's a lot of noise. You have a lot of distractions around you. But when you get onto the hardwood, it's just another basketball game. How do you approach differentiating the two, especially when the gym is jumping like it was tonight?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's definitely different. Great atmosphere. I love playing in this gym, especially Emery game like this where the gyms are packed. You can hear people talking all game. It's just, I love it, honestly.
You know, that's what I love so much about this court is it's such an intimate environment. The fans right on top of you. You're going to hear everything they're saying. Now, you mentioned that you came in and you wanted to shut down their two studs, Brett Griffin, Porter Citron. You did that in spades early on against Porter. Held him to only 6 points in the first half. He had 11 in the second, but by then it was too late to attempt the comeback. What's the strategy trying to guard someone like Porter who can score from inside and out?
Yeah, we've grown up playing him. He's definitely putting the work. He's gotten a lot better. Like, he's that guy. We've watched film on him, and we knew what to expect, but we knew we could take it to him. Yeah, we were able to shut him down.
Now, without divulging any secrets, you know, we don't want to give away the secret sauce for how you're approaching these games, but, well, what's your mentality going in on defense? Because you're always so scrappy, and it's easy to see your football background shine as well. You're backpedaling, you know when to sprint forward. You really are on point with that. How do you go about getting prepared to go into each game and be that defensive menace that you are?
Yeah, just, like I said, getting locked in. Like, that's been my thing growing up. I haven't really been a scorer, but I go out there, play defense, work hard, and I just want to do what's best for my team, give them the win.
And it showed tonight. You led the game, both teams, with 3 steals on the evening, 3 very instrumental steals, setting up breaks for your teammates. An excellent job for you tonight. Now, of course, being a student athlete, you have to focus on the scholastic side as well. And early on in the year, you guys were road warriors. How do you go about balancing the school, the athletics, and having a personal life? What's that like?
Yeah, you know, it's challenging, but like now it's my senior year, you kind of get used to it, and I got all my credits. I got less classes, so it's a lot easier. You can just go to school, go home, go rest before practice or cover. So, yeah.
Yeah, just taking care of business in the classroom. And, you know, we've heard that from some of your teammates, that being a senior, having less classes, that's the way to go.
Oh, yeah. It's way easier.
Now, looking ahead, you've seen all these teams in region, and coming up on Friday, you have a pretty hotly anticipated matchup with region implications on the line. Union falls tonight to Manti, so you got a lot to play for coming back here. What have you learned from the first go-round of region, especially about Union looking ahead?
It's anyone's night. There's not a certain team that's going to go out and dominate. It's just you got to show up every night. Like we saw that with North Sanpete. We didn't know what to expect, and then we finally pulled away in the fourth quarter. But, yeah, Union can get hot. We went and played at their place. They barely snuck one away, but I think when we get them here, we got them easy.
Yeah, no, it's a different environment in Union. Not only do you have the long bus ride going alongside you, but that's a tough place to play in general.
Absolutely.
The fans there are rowdy as can be.
Oh, yeah, they were loud.
Now, as you look through your career so far into the season, outside of playing here, because we know this is probably your favorite place to play, what's your favorite place to go on the road?
Ooh, definitely not Juab. I enjoyed the Ritzfield games last year. I thought we always, I mean, we never won, but I thought we always played well, and we always in that game.
And it's always a nice facility, too, there as well. Always fun to travel. Now, Caleb, before we let you go, anything you want to leave the listeners off with?
Stay tuned. More coming.
Caleb, pleasure to catch up with you today. Thanks for taking the time to come talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Again, talking to Caleb Sorensen, our Eastern Utah Community Credit Union Athlete of the Week. The Dinos coming away with the victory over the Spartans tonight. A great showing for Carbon to set up Region Round 2, snapping a 6-game losing streak to the Dinos.
Show your school spirit and support local high schools with the new Eastern Utah Community Credit Union debit and credit cards. Featuring designs for Carbon, Emery, and Grand High School, these cards let you carry a piece of your school's pride wherever you go. Plus, to make purchasing easier, Eastern Utah Community Credit Union has added the convenience of tap-to-pay and compatibility with major mobile wallets. Pick up your school spirit card today at any of the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union branches.
Carbon Dino basketball continues on 95.3 The Peak.
Welcome back into the Eastern Utah Community Credit Union postgame show. Again, the Carbon Dinos tonight defeating the Emery Spartans in tonight's rivalry showdown 64-57. To talk about it, we're joined now in the Sutherland's broadcast booth by head coach Taylor Brower. Coach, pleasure to catch up with you today. Thanks for taking the time to come talk to us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Now, we talked to Caleb a moment ago, and he mentioned that the game plan coming in, at least defensively, was to shut down those two studs that Emery has in Porter Cichard, in Brett Griffin, and you did that excellently tonight. Before Porter could score his 11 points in the second half, it felt like the game was already out of reach for Emery.
Yeah, they're good athletes. They're good basketball players, and so, but that's all they got. So we were like, if we can minimize their damage, if we can keep them under their average, then we're going to be fine. And that's what we did. I think we held Porter to 17, and I think we held Breck to, what was it? 14. So we held them under their average or at their average. So that was our game plan, and it paid off.
Now, another battle that you won tonight that played majorly into this victory was the battle for the boards. You out-rebound Emery 33-27, limiting their second chance opportunities while creating several of your own. That's not a battle we've typically won throughout the year. Was that a particular emphasis coming into tonight?
Yeah, one of the things with teams that play zones is they're usually terrible at boxing out. I mean, you look at our games that we've played zone, we've done the same thing. And I told Logan Bennett, and I told Greg, I told Kyler Orth, and I told Ty Mortensen, I said, hey, the ball goes up, you three are crashing. And I had Jackson and I had Caleb make sure they get back because Emery does run a little bit. But I was like, you guys need to crash, and we need to get as many second chances as we can, and they did a great job of that.
You look at the rebounding stats, and you see players who normally aren't going to be your lead rebounders getting up there. Carter Warburton tonight has 8. Logan Bennett leads both teams with 10. Ty has his normal 8. So it was a full team effort on the glass, and it paid off.
Yeah, and I'm glad Carter Warburton finally started to crash. I think Carter Warburton could literally be a double-double guy. I think he could be a triple-double guy if he was smart enough. So I think he does make good decisions, and I do think that if he would just keep crashing, I think that'd be his bread and butter. And I've been talking to him about it too.
Yeah, and you see him on that drive, you see him pass, you see him rebound. He does kind of have that Russell Westbrook-esque feel to him, where he is definitely capable of doing it, and he showed it off in this game, especially on the glass.
Yeah, for sure. He definitely plays like Russell Westbrook. He drives if he's a straight line driver. If he gets to the hoop, it's pretty hard to stop him. And yeah, if he would just crash and rebound, he reads the ball pretty well off the hoop. He just needs to do a better job of that.
And tonight we saw a pretty major impact coming from your bench. They really got involved. We always see them getting on, scoring 2-4 points per game, but tonight it felt like they were really clicking as a unit. You look at Cash Withers raining it down from 3, what we've come to kind of expect from him, but you also look at Jackson Bozzoni, at Case Griffith, and their impacts tonight.
Yeah, Cash was really frustrated at halftime. He hit one, and then I think he airballed 2, and then he missed 1 or whatever, and he was like, I'm not shooting anymore. I'm terrible at shooting. And I looked right at him. I said, dude, you got to keep shooting, because even if you miss, it's going to space the floor. And that kid, I mean, he doesn't need much space to shoot, and so he was able to shoot, and the basket gets bigger if you're that hot, and I like it when he shoots like that.
We were talking about it. Feels like he's a player in particular who every time he makes it, you can see that basket in his eyes just get a little bit bigger.
Oh, yeah, he's fearless. He shoots that thing with confidence every time after he makes his first one.
Yeah, and it's always good to see that get involved. Now, it's of course with a rivalry game, there's a lot of outside emotion coming in, a lot of nonsense happening, both in the stands, on the floor. How do you go about it as a coach, trying to get your players to focus on, hey, this is just another ball game. We play our style. We can come away with the victory.
One of the the things with this group of kids is they have a really confidence against Emery that I saw it in the summer. And the nice thing with that is I think they were confident coming in knowing they could beat them, and I think that definitely held out. I think in the very beginning I was a little stressed, but then Caleb got us going and we just rolled after that.
And Caleb, of course, played a major role tonight. He's the archetype of player where your fans are going to love him, but the opposing fans are really not going to be too fond of him by the end of the game because he's scrappy. He gets so into it. He's so fun to watch.
He is. He works his tail off, and he flies around, and sometimes he commits really hard fouls, but on the ones he did tonight I loved because it stopped Breck from going to the hoop. It stopped Porter from getting to the hoop. Like, those are fouls that I feel are necessary fouls. And so, I loved his work ethic tonight for sure.
Yeah, kind of like those Jordan Rule fouls. You don't want them to get anything easy, and if they get in the paint, you want to put them right back down. And you guys did that tonight, and it was a very good defensive effort yet again. Now, I got to ask you, Kyler Orth has the nickname Greg. Do we know how he got that?
That's his middle name.
That's his middle name. Okay.
It's his middle name, and people, last year, they've been calling him that for about 2 years, and it's easier to say Greg than Kyler. It just takes too long, so we just been calling him Greg.
It rolls off the tongue. I was curious about that.
It's just easier to say.
Now, you look ahead at region. You've seen every team once now. We have region round 2 coming up, and really it's anyone's game. Union loses tonight on the road to Manti. Both of those teams now 3-1 in region. You and Emery both 2-2. It's really up for grabs. What are you looking first at Union? What are you expecting as they come here Friday night?
Honestly, Union's a good basketball program. They've got a good coach and they've got some good players. I'm more worried about the Okie kid going off, and so I'm going to body him up, and I'm going to have Greg sit on him and make sure he can't shoot over the top of him, because I think how he goes, I think that's how Union goes, and so we just got to make sure we can control him. The Earl kid's a good kid as well, and the Anderson kid can shoot, so I think if we just communicate and play defense like we did tonight, knowing where the Okie kid is and knowing where the Anderson kid is, I think we'll be just fine.
Now, Coach, before we let you go celebrate the win, anything you want to leave Dino Nation off with?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my mother-in-law. She definitely watches every game. She lives over in Manti, but no matter what's going on, she's always watching, so I appreciate her. And yeah, just come watch on Friday. It's going to be fun for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. You don't want to miss this team live and in color. It's so exciting. Coach, always a pleasure to catch up with you. Thanks for taking the time again.
Thank you so much.
Again, head coach Taylor Brower joining us following Carbon's thrilling rivalry win over the Emery Spartans 64-57, snapping a 6-game losing streak to Emery. We're going to bring Sonny back into the booth to close things out tonight. And Sonny, what a showing it was from the Dinos tonight, from start to finish. Not a bad quarter, not a bad stretch that you could really point at.
Yeah, we said it was going to be a huge game tonight, and the Dinos responded tonight. I mean, they lost a heartbreaker the other night here at home to Manti, and you know what? They just shook it off, and they moved on to the next game. They came out tonight. They played good basketball. They led at the end of the first. They actually led through the whole game. They had a 14-12 lead at the end of one, outscoring Emery 15-13 in the second. They had a 4.29-25 halftime lead. The third quarter, they outscored Emery 23-13. That was the quarter.
Yeah.
52-38. The Dinos took the lead going into the fourth quarter. And Emery outscored Carbon 19-12 in the fourth quarter, but it wasn't enough, 64-57. So Dinos had a good showing tonight. They bounced back from that loss to Manti, did what they needed to do. They got some help with Manti winning tonight, and they're one game out of first place in the region.
Yeah, gotta love what you saw from the Dinos tonight, Sonny. Anything you want to close us on out?
Absolutely. Hope you enjoyed the ball game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Once again, the final score tonight, 64-57. The Dinos with the win. We will see you Friday. Union comes to town for another region game. Have a good night, everybody. And go